Ladies and gentlemen, we are gearing up for the second go-home show of 2K25 ahead of Money in the Bank. And I say we because Canada is here with me.
Yes, sir.
And Cheek also here with me.
Money is in the bank, but our love and friendship is the greatest currency of all.
If you want to feel as rich as we do in friendship, make sure to hit the subscribe button because a little before this recording, we hit 3,000 subs, and you should join in. That's a great decision. I will hopefully be making great decisions as the tradition holds, where at the end of every episode, we find out I will be booking first to top the next episode.
Can you click on, sir?
I can absolutely click on. That way these guys can see me put together a solid card with some 2.5 star matches. Pretty pumped. Triple H wants a run-in for a 2-bit arena. We'll snag that up because it's also one of our seasonal challenges. Johnny Gargano wants a hometown appearance because we're in Cleveland. No other promises. If you missed the last episode on the WCW side, we got excited to bring in Chemical X. I overspent, so I missed a commissioner goal. And then went ahead and used my classically trained card. So we gave 5 weeks to all our temporary contracts. So you can see, like, take your time. Actually, it's probably easier to just show it in the journal side. So basically, I have until the end of week 13 before I have to worry about contracts. So what I'm hoping to do over these 5 weeks is kind of get the money right, maybe make some investments here, use the money to get some match types, but also kind of look at the roster, see what we can do, and knock out challenges. So I ended last episode with 25 roster members, which is, you know, pretty egregious. But when I was looking at these challenges, I think that it can work out. So if I consistently push this stuff, I have a tag team call out and a normal call out each show. If I do the match rules challenge of one-on-one tag team triple threat fatal 4-way, and I've got my run-in / GM interference goals, which Triple H wants a run-in, so we'll do that this week. So the way the numbers play out, if I book a tag call out and a normal call out, that's 3 people used. Singles match 5, triple threat 8, fatal 4-way 12, tag team 16. If I do a run-in, that's 17. And then I still have 2 promos, which if it's one person, that'd be 19. And then one more match, which would be 21 to 23. So I can actually use this gigantic roster to my advantage right now before I've got to make some decisions. And of course, every season until it's used, the cheat code is always looming as well. The cheat code, if you will.
So we will.
Yeah, the illumination is there. So we're gonna get rolling here with. We're gonna start with the tag team call out. We did confirm it was like last year, where if someone says I want to be on the show, a promo does work. Cheek had EO Sky want to be on the PLE. Cheek had her cut a promo, and she didn't get mad afterwards. So Johnny Gargano can do this to be on the show. He's at 28 stamina. I used a physio on him last week. Don't want to use no one this week. So we're going to see if he can, he and Tommaso Ciampa can push the Creed Brothers feud up another level. On the women's tag team side, last week they successfully defended the gold against new challengers. This week we're going to do non-title action of Liv and Raquel against the newly signed Chemical X. We'll see if they have any better luck in non-title action. On the singles side is where we're going to have our run-in. So I was one to get Dakota on the card, but she's only a level 1 feud with Liv, so I had to be careful. So I didn't want to include Kalani Jordan in a triple threat and have them accidentally pop a feud because I still want to push that as a team. So we go Dakota and Roxanne Perez. And then the title might be on the line there. We're going to see. But then have Cora do the run-in on Roxanne. Hopefully push this level 3 because, again, we got the go-home show. Level 3 or 4 feuds will end at the go-home, so I'm hoping I can have ideally 2 level 3 feuds at the go-home and then a level 4 for the pay-per-view is kind of what I'm hoping right now. And then on the triple threat side, we've had Demon and Roman competing quite a bit, so we're going to go triple threat. I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here because we're going to give Pat McAfee a chance to come in here. Makes it 2 faces and 1 heel. for that little boost. They're all unique classes for a little boost. But the risk is we're going to put the title on the line. And obviously, Pat McAfee winning this, we will build a story for it, but would not be the most ideal deal. But hey, if Pat wants to come in here and win it, he can be the champion, and we'll make something of it. And we're going to make that a tables match. Then my fatal four-way to get the match rules is a little risky because it's going to be Chad Gable, U.S. champion, Seth Rollins, who has been annoyed because he hasn't been winning, and I'm about to put him in a four-way match, so he might lose again. But then we've got Undertaker and Tony D'Angelo in a level 3 feud. That if that extends, that could be level 4. And we're going to put the U.S. title on the line. And I want to, yeah, okay. I was going to say, I want to do a stip for this since we have a TLC specialty from, it looks like both Gable and D'Angelo have that. So we're going to make that TLC for the men's title, the U.S. title. So we'll put that main. This opens. Then I wanted to get Tatum Paxley and Rhea Ripley to level 3. I was hoping this feud would be a bit of a lift for Tatum. We've got her popularity up a little bit, maybe not as much as I wanted. And now because we were booking the multi-person matches, title is off of Rhea. So I was going to have one do a call out, one do a self promo. Paxley needs the popularity more, but she's only got the one promo, which means she could dud the self promo and lose popularity. So I'm going to have her do a call out because if this fails, it just means this feud isn't going to blow off yet and it'll extend beyond Money in the Bank, which isn't the worst thing in the world if that happens. Rhea's self promo. Then we are going to take the risk because I want to get Kalani Jordan on the mic chit-chatting with the people. So we're going to do that. And then the last match here, I think we need to try to get Flip to Script and Abracaslam up to level 3. I'm debating on if I want to put like Julius Creed in the match just cause, or Grayson Waller just cause, just to kind of give these guys something on the card. But we're going to start here. So Specialist and a Giant. If I went to Triple Threat, we could put any of them in. They're all bruisers. We could put any of these in and technically get the Triple Threat. It would be 2 heels, 1 face in this case, which rhymes. Not mad about it. I think we give... We're going to put someone in here. We're going to put... We're not going to... No, we'll put Brutus Creed of the Creed Brothers in there because if Pat wins the belt, he might get a challenge for it. So Brutus Creed is about to crash the party with Abracaslam and Flip to Script. Debating on if I want to make this one. Obviously, the run-in. What I'm thinking is if it causes Dakota to lose, it's probably going to be a DQ and Dakota keeps the belt. But if she loses the belt, then I've got the women's title on this Roxanne Cora feud that might have a blow-off match next week. So we'll put the belt on, take the risk. Roxanne's same is a little low, though. And if I want to have her in a match next week, that could get dicey.
You want to roll it? You want to roll that dice?
Better sign somebody.
No, I've got 25 people. I'm not signing any more right now.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, we'll keep the title off, just save a little bit of that stamina. I have a physio, so I can use it on Roxanne if worse comes to worse, but we'll try to buy the time there. We do our commissioner goal. Johnny Gargano's talking in front of his home crowd. We get another tables match out of the way. We get our call-outs. We get the match rules. We get the run-in. Okay, so now logistics. Power cards. Look at these. 10,000 for get schooled. Do I have someone that could go up with 5 and kind of hit a new tier? If not, I might hold for now. No. I mean, we can get, obviously people can get upgraded, but no one that would get a new perk unlocked at this time. So I think I'm going to hold on that. I might grab, do I already have a tables? I don't have a tables. I might grab this get the tables to have it for the future.
Get the table.
Prop something up. 3D. And I'm going to hold on the logistic upgrade. I probably need to make one next week, but we'll see. I might hold for the concert hall. Also got to keep in mind the pay-per-view coming up as well. The Money in the Bank.
Buddy.
So I think we're good. We're gonna send it in here, and
Who's it gonna be?
could start the arc of. Oh, hold on. My OCD. My OCD. No, the match isn't changing. It just put the title on Finn,
Oh, true.
and that's
Can't
gonna
have that.
bother me until I figure out. Whoops. It's gonna bother. No, why?
Oops.
Let's try Roman in the final slot. Does that work? That works.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So I was like, Roman's that just bothers me. I have to do it. All right, now we send it in.
Damn it. I was hoping I would be next.
Why?
But I am NXT. All right, let's see. Let's talk to Matador's big ass. I hope I've got a job for you, but it's time to move on.
Oh,
no! Matador.
Wow.
Dude.
Does he
And he
step
takes the
inside a
dragon
steel
lead.
cage?
This is a huge crushing blow.
Sounds like he might have to steal someone.
Dude.
Oh.
Easy.
Oh, jeez. So just
Wow.
flying through these emails.
In
Yeah.
just sheer panic, I spammed the X button and
Help!
thank the Lord Ron wasn't asking for anything and he was just telling me thank you. So, all right, cool. And then let's see what Uso needs. Oh, he needs a favor. He's been getting my ass kicked and for no reason. It's probably because you suck at wrestling, Jimmy. And then he's had enough of his disrespect. He wants to settle things in the ring. Where else would he settle them? I can guarantee that things are going to get heated.
Ooh.
Uncle Howdy.
Setting your plans.
An instant rivalry?
Get a level 1 right away. Could be level 2 when the match is done if you had him this week fight.
Where's Howdy's big ass?
Top of the card, baby.
Stop it. Uncle Howdy. Yeah, we can probably do it. Bang,
Bang.
I'm gonna introduce him to some behavioral therapy.
Hey, yo.
Weird ass smack talk, Jimmy. All right. So we got to get Jimmy in a match. We got to end the Matador saga. And then hopefully this doesn't backfire, but Cindy's contract is going to expire in about 7 weeks. All right.
Oh.
There they are.
There they are.
What do you mean there they are? Stop it. The future of the NXT?
You're
Future
damn right.
CodyVerse.
All right. Schedule a run-in on your most popular available star. Interesting. That health spa could come in clutch. So, all right. I just want to peruse here. Ooh, well, that'll get bumped up after we resolve this Matador. Okay. Let's see who the most popular available. Ooh, okay. So this might get something going if we need to get Braun Breaker into a rivalry, but he's only 32 stams.
Damn. Oof.
This is tough, but I want to see who could even challenge. We don't even have a lot of fighters. This is crazy.
Yeah, you might have to steal one.
Wow. Braun's a bad boy. Might have to sign somebody, eh?
Yeah, if you steal, it takes a week for them to get on your roster.
Yeah, so you want to have AJ Styles until next week.
Yeah, so Abraca slams right there.
Abraca Slam.
Insert name of Armando roster member.
All right. First things first. Let's just do this.
In a steel cage.
The steel is real.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then I want to. Where's my boy Jay at? Oh, he's right there.
Yeet.
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 He had a pretty bad botch on Monday Night Raw there. I don't know if you guys saw that one. Almost.
Blasted Cole. Look out! Jey Uso! Oh, goodness.
Went for his own neck. Jumping out of the ring.
Yeah, and then I saw Jimmy do like a really good tope or like over the top. I think on SmackDown or something. I was like, oh, that was intentional.
He's like, let me show you how to do it. Boost.
square. I think that'll be a good one. All right, we're cooking over here.
Cook it up.
Hey, I'm in the kitchen, eh?
In the kitchen. Triton and Axiom, they're gonna get going. I like it. I like where this is going so far. They're growing up in Prince. We're gonna
get.
all right.
Like
But
jazz.
hey yo. But I do kind of want that card, but I can't really risk Brawny getting down that low because we're gonna. Well, actually, he's not even in a rivalry though, so it's not like I would even use him in the go home show.
I will say, also, if you wanted to have a feud extend, he could get in as a triple threat, and you could still run in on him while the other two have their feud chaos.
Interesting. Let's see. Can't have him in there. Let's do this since Triton's not very high pop. So that's a good look. Triple threat, Ronnie. And we need to have a run in. Who's gonna run in? It's gotta be Kit.
Gotta be Kane.
Because he's got the most I don't want to use anybody else.
Well, yeah, and him and Fiend just had the feud there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't do that.
You should probably just.
Howdy and
Feels
Jimmy
great.
got that. Stop it. Yeah, you're right. What? I'll have to take a look at your roster in a second.
Whoa.
And
no,
then,
no.
all right,
didn't mean
Jimmy
that.
needs his Uncle Howdy this week.
Ooh. The Adonis.
Okay. Jimmy and Uncle Howdy.
All right.
Okay.
Feeling that.
I'm working here. Things are processing.
Oh, and you have promo skill on all your ladies. Don't forget your shake-up.
Yes, sir. Love it. Okay. Now we need... Who's a good stamina lady? All right.
Tippy time.
It's Tiffy time.
Tiffy time.
NXT loves Tiffy time.
Who doesn't?
Facts.
True.
Let's do a call out. Let's keep this puppy growing.
So Ruka doesn't love Tiffy time, I'll tell you that.
No.
Well,
Tiffy time is over. It's either EO. Let's get Oscar in the mix. We got to get this going a little bit more too. We got to start ramping up. All right.
oh, ramp up.
So, okay, so we got the commissioner goals fulfilled. We got the promise fulfilled with Jimmy Uso wanting the Uncle Howdy. Now the thing is, we got to nail this curve. I think a level 3 with the cage match. I think that does it. And I think 61 and 55. I think this is gonna be a better.
They've done good business to start that feud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and a tables. Yeah.
Oh,
Special.
yeah. Hell yeah.
That is what we need. All right, so I got 3 assets, but I only have not enough money. It's only got like 65, 66,000, something like that, spitballing. So nothing there. I do want to look at power cards. Beginner's luck. Who is my lowest?
Couldn't you just afford that too? No, never mind.
Oh, it would just
Cindy.
raise Cindy backfire. I don't know if I want to raise.
Right.
Cindy backfire for 75,000 just to get her up to 30 pop.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's insane. Okay, so selecting a prison brand, you increase all the price of all new contracts signed next week by $25,000.
Ooh.
So that's good if I know someone has to sign, but that's kind of like the pocket sand one where they just won't.
I feel that's one I would never buy from the store, but I'm not going to be mad if I get it as a commissioner goal.
So that's that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's going to school?
Oh my gosh. It's Triton.
Triton's big ass going to school. Oh.
Oh my gosh. All right. We got to keep feeding the beast. We have to get
Which beast,
Triton. We need Triton's big ass to step up a little bit. So I'm going to shoot a fat wad.
Right, you send him right to school.
Triton.
All the way to 7. Now he's got a perk as well. Get a match type specialty.
Pop that perk.
Triton.
What is it going to be? Tables. It has to be table.
Oh, special guest ref. Ambulance. Oh, man. But what do you think of Triton? I feel like special guest might be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that feel Triton?
I could picture him being the referee for sure.
Okay.
Like wanting to rule his
We
kingdom.
do declare the 1, the 2, the 3. All right. So we got him beefed up. That's actually pretty clutch because he's had some good rivalry going on, but his XP in the ring was doo-doo, so that actually is pretty cool to get him beefed up. Okay, and then do this. No, I'm just kidding.
Why not?
All right, you son of a bitch. Let's see. I think.
Especially with Matador leaving? That's crazy.
Oh, God.
Why?
Work it. Is it why?
Yeah, that's how you
That's
cycle the brands. It's weird how they have it.
Do it, please.
What?
And end my suffering.
Oh, please.
Oh, the advertising queen.
Take you to your knees real
Max
quick.
impact.
All right, I'm just
bruising.
I mean, if it has to be AJ, it has to be AJ. I'm not gonna.
Could take Luke Gallows and wait 5 weeks or
Yeah.
5 more.
Yeah.
honestly, Shinsuke would be better for me because I need fighters on my roster. I need people that can go against Braun.
True.
And I could screw him over because I take a level 4 right out from under him, which would be funny. Not that he'd use it.
Right. Literally. We'll book it.
That's interesting. That's so
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Oh.
Juicy.
Oh. That's a lot of juice.
I was thinking of waiting until Mania and then just
Right
whoever
at
his
the
level
buzzer,
4
just
feud
wreck
was,
someone.
just take whoever it was.
That's so funny.
That would just be ultimate. But-
Yoink.
Or I could stack the
And then
power
just
card
squash
and
them at
kill 2
Mania.
people next year.
Yeah. True.
That's also that's also true.
That's scary. Scary.
Yeah, because that was us. We recently finally took the time to figure out for sure if Brandon GM power cards carry over.
And apparently they do.
Yeah, so Cheek could just wait till season 3 and just steal someone from each roster if he wanted.
That's so funny.
I want to make sure. Okay, that run is it. Okay. All right. Yada yada you.
What we got over here?
What's on in that building?
Hell yeah. Jakar Jackson said, "Oh, I feel like the fall girl every week at the moment." Okay, because I was like, I gave you the other. She just wanted a match against anyone else, but Hail Mary won the match. So that's tough. John Cena says, "I told you, Priest and I really hit it off as a team last week. Did you hear the crowd? We got our first tag team win. Yada yada yada. You beat Max Impact. Great for you. Rest your solo champions this week. I think I can do that. I think I can because I really want that. I'm gonna have to because I want that badly. 50 badly. Call out promo. We'll be doing those. Obviously, tables matches. Maybe we'll get those booked. Let's get looking here. Power cards, all kind of garbage. I'm in 4th place, and these are all trash. So that's sick. Increase the cost of opposing brands match types for next week's show. I was gonna just pop that, but I'm gonna save it. I am thinking about AJ Styles. He's gonna come for me, I think, next week. It says 3 weeks, but I'm pretty sure he only has 2. Where is it? No, he got 3. Okay, interesting.
Click the name. Just be careful when you click it. The way they display the way they display the contracts this year is it's like how many weeks they've been on your brand. So if you re-sign AJ, it'll go to 8 weeks. So
got you.
Okay. What I've felt is the easiest way to check is the journal. You go to you can sort by just contracts in the journal.
Oh yeah.
Because I get confused on the managed roster thing now because
contracts. There it is. 2 weeks, 3 weeks for Red Flame, 3 weeks for Hail Mary, 13 for Max Impact, and 8 for John Cena. So I will just wait till next week, see what happens. Let's get booking this show. We got to rest our solo champions. That means Damian Priest and Zelina Vega and Obafemi have to all sit out this week, which I'm gonna make happen for sure. So we're gonna do Drew McIntyre versus Kevin Owens in the main event. They both got the level 15 ring XP, level 2 feud. Both got some popularity. I think that will do just fine.
Get that rivalry up before I steal somebody.
Yeah, hey, we'll have to pivot if we got to pivot, but we'll pivot.
Oh, be prepared to pivot.
Oh, honey, we pivot. Let's go Tamina, Alexa Bliss again. They got the stamina to run this one in a level 2 feud. I am going to book it as the opener. Maybe I'll do, because we need some call out promos. Is it matches or just, no, we have to rest it no matter what. Okie dokie. So that's interesting. Let's just do AJ Styles. I'm gonna give him a debut just because he has so much stamina. So he's gonna debut tonight.
Ooh,
against
Max Impact.
I'm gonna put it up, even though it's only a level 1-2. It could override. I was gonna do a Damian Priest call out here, but I can't. So that's fine. I'm just gonna have to deal with that. Stacks though is able to call out Omos, but I should probably do it the other way around just because Omos has the stamina and will give Stacks the week off. Over here, Logan Paul and John Cena. Now the tag feud popped with Max Impact and Logan Paul, but I can't get this damn thing to pop. I was gonna do a submission match, but I don't have it unlocked, so we're not doing that. So maybe just a tables match? Maybe tables. And then I want to get the tag teams involved. We're going to put the Samoan Werewolves here, the Bloodline, in against the Street Profit. But we're not going to put the titles on the line because I don't want it to do better than the main event. Because they don't have a feud. I'm trying to pop a feud here, and maybe I can run this.
Keep protecting Kevin Owens.
And remember, on the Angelo Dawkins shirt, if you missed last episode, I am Angelo Dawkins. Cheek is Montez Ford.
Right, exactly. We are also going to do some call outs here. I'm going to try to get this. I'm going to do the KFC double down. At least if it gets to level 3, I'll be happy. But if both fail, I might cry. So over here, what we're going to do here, instead of who can I call out? We could get this up to level 4. And I think we're going to do that. We're going to get that up to level 4 for the go home. Not looking good. We can't afford anything else. So I think right now, what I'm going to do, we got our solo champions. Oh, Nia Jax wants 2 weeks of rest. We got that, thankfully. Okay, I think trying to figure out if I want to pop a power card, but I don't think I do. I don't have any money to sign anybody else. We gotta wait to see if Cheek pops the cheat code.
Don't worry about me.
Oh, I am.
Do what's best for Raw.
What's best for Raw is locking this one in, I think. So here we go. Locking it in. Only 18,000 this week for Raw.
And we kick it off on WCW.
Come on, McAfee.
World title on the line. And we got the belt to be under the right person in the pictures. So that was cool. Really appreciated that.
Woo.
And it's Roman and Demon Finn Balor. But again, we've talked about it. Demon Finn Balor has not been able to solve the mystery. What does Roman fear? And just before the match begins, Finn Balor lets Roman know, I found your fear. I finally found your fear. Your fear is a fear that we all carry with us. The fear that you carry, Roman Reigns, is the fear of failure. But you've done nothing but succeed in WWE. You've been christened as the next man for a long time. But I know something you did fail at. I know something that you weren't good enough at. That's football. You weren't good enough to make it on the Vikings. And that crushed you. And so when I was thinking of the best way that I could get inside your puny little head and finally win back my WCW championship, it was to find someone that succeeded where you failed. And the camera goes to Roman, and Roman has that Triple H just realized it's Cactus Jack face. He's like, no, no, no. And then you hear, let's go! Pat McAfee comes out to the ring. The crowd is excited, but they're like, wait, oh my God, could he become the WCW champion? The match proceeds.
Damn
it.
And Roman Reigns looks to have Demon Finn lined up to spear him through a table yet again. But just before he does, Pat McAfee picks up a football and brings it into the ring. And Roman sees the football out of the corner of his eyes. And he says, no, no. And he looks at Pat and he spears Pat out of pure frustration. But it bought Finn Balor time. He sneaks up behind Roman, hits a German suplex on Roman through the table in the corner, winning the belt, pushing the rivalry to level 4. He has finally found Roman's fear, and tonight, Roman failed. Roman failed. And then it's tag team call out because DIY comes out and the crowd is so fired up. We are here in Cleveland. They're going nuts for Johnny Gargano. And then he says, I can't actually fight tonight. Sorry about that. I had a match with Grayson Waller last week, and I'm really banged up. But, you know, the biofreeze got me through that match. But don't worry, DIY is here. We are your tag team champions, and we're going to make tonight special. Because we're giving out biofreeze to everyone here tonight. Look under your desks. Under your desk, like we're in fucking school. Under your chairs.
Oh, no.
And they all grab the biofreeze, but since we're in Cleveland, it's like the ugly colors of the Cleveland Browns. It's brand oriented, but the local crowd loves it. The average football fan is like, oh, this is mediocre. But the Cleveland crowd, they love mediocre. So they're going nuts for their biofreeze sticks. And then all of a sudden, Gargano's like, oh, by the way, Creed brought a suck. Creed brought a suck. And the crowd just starts chanting. They start barking like dog pound. It's crazy. They're going nuts. Rivalry up to level 2. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, they are backstage just as peachy as can be. Last week, they successfully defended their championships, but Chemical X has made it clear they want another match. Liv and Raquel told Sonya we're not putting the titles on the line. We did that last week. And Sonya said they didn't even want a shot at titles. They just want you in the ring again. They just want another shot to beat you. So Liv and Raquel accept, and in this non-title match, they get it done again. But this time, they had to be a little bit sneakier because it looked like Liv Morgan had gotten knocked out cold by Gigi on the Gigi driver. But when Dolan went for the pin, Raquel just barely was able to reach out, take Liv Morgan's foot, and put it on the bottom rope to break the count. Gigi, in frustration, went to the outside, chasing Raquel, and all the chaos dispersed, but it allowed Liv Morgan, when Gigi got back into the ring, to hit Oblivion, get the 1, get the 2, and the 3. So they win again, but the rivalry up to level 2. Chemical X, they're close, but close has not been enough so far. And then Tatum Paxley is seen backstage in a darkly lit room, and she's just letting out a little creepy giggle that you'd hear in like a horror movie where a child is laughing. And she says, Rhea, Rhea, Rhea. It's funny, Rhea, how our paths cross, because you told the world that you saw potential in little old me. You saw the world in me. You thought that I was this great competitor, and that I was maybe not ready for this opportunity that you were going to give me. You gave all these open challenges to all the ladies of WCW. But what crushes me, Rhea, I was so honored. I idolize you, Rhea. You represent everything that I want to be in this industry. You represent someone that has the beauty and the brawn, the brain and the strength. You have comfort in yourself in every step you take. You do not feel that you need to conform to anybody or anything. You are undeniably you. And I've always wanted that. I've always wanted the confidence to walk into any room and not have fear for what the person next to me might think. The issue, Rhea, is you saw potential in me, but I've slowly watched the potential drain from you. Because the WCW Women's Championship, it made you care. It made you weak. It made you want the world to love you. That's not the Rhea Ripley that I idolized. I idolized an independent woman that stood on business and represented everything she wanted to be, no matter who cared. But now you try to be the image of what WCW should be, the image of women's wrestling, and ooh, I'm going to have my open challenge. It's garbage. Rhea, I still love you. But in those fatal four-ways, in those triple threats, all I wanted to do was strip away from you the thing that made you robotic, the thing that took away your heartbeat. And that was the Women's Championship. And I have finally done that. Rhea, you see the potential in me. I will restore the potential in you. Next week, I challenge you to a nice match on what the people call the go-home show. And I'll remind you who you really are while showing the world who I am. And then the women's champion, Dakota Kai, is making her way out to the ring. She's got the women's champion. She is on top of the world. And as she comes to the ring, she's got a big old smile on her face. And the crowd's like, oh no, don't do it. Don't do it. And Dakota Kai says, hey, sorry I'm almost late. I was at a concert today. And the best part, the concert only cost me 45 cents. Because the concert I went to was 50 Cent with Nickelback. And she's laughing. And she's like, a couple people in the front row. They're like, yeah, that makes 45 cents. And Roxanne Perez music hits, and she is sprinting down to the ring to try to stop the chaos, trying to prove herself against the women's champion. But running right behind her is Cora Jade. No sooner does Roxanne Perez get into the ring and start fighting Dakota Kai, and Cora Jade runs in right after her. The referee tries to step in and calm things down, but while this happens, she gets squeezed in the corner. That allowed Cora Jade to take advantage. And Dakota Kai, kind of confused, just steps back and watches. She doesn't want to get involved. She actually goes out to the front row. She's telling more jokes to the fans. And then Cora says, finish the job. And Dakota runs in, hits the chiropractor, and pins Roxanne Perez 1-2-3 for a 2-star victory. And the feud between Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade now up to level 3. Then we go to Rhea Ripley. And Rhea Ripley heard everything that Tatum Paxley said. She goes, you know something, Tatum? I said it day one that I saw something in you. And to be honest with you, despite what you said earlier tonight, I still do see that in you. You claim that the Women's Championship made me something that you no longer desired to be associated with. But I think the real issue was me as the Women's Champion. All you could see was someone you could never stand in the ring with. Your issue isn't that the Women's Championship changed me. The issue is that you'll never have the opportunity for the Women's Championship to change you. So yeah, next week I accept your challenge, Tatum. We'll come to the ring. We'll settle this thing once and for all. And you will meet face to face with my brutality, your morality, and when I put you down with the Riptide, you will regret everything that you cost me. And then flip the script, and Brutus Creed of the Creed Brothers are in the ring. And Abracaslam's music hits, but he's not in the ring yet. And the guys are waiting, and the ref just kind of shrugs and just rings the bell. So flip the script, and Brutus Creed of the Creed Brothers, they start fighting each other when all of a sudden the camera cuts backstage to Tony D'Angelo and Abracaslam. And Tony says, hey, how's everybody doing out there tonight in the CodyVerse, huh? I don't know if you heard the news, but tonight, Tony D'Angelo has a 25% chance of getting the United States Championship around his waist. And tonight, Abracaslam has a triple threat match with an opportunity to prove a point, to flip the script, and Brutus Creed of the Creed Brothers. But Undertaker, just know I know you're in that match. And you says, I fear you. Ooh, I fear the other. Ooh, spooky man. I got no need to fear you anymore, because this guy right here next to me, he can make a body disappear. Just like he made Joe disappear last week, helping me get a count-out victory over you, huh? So tonight, I'm going to get the United States Championship. There's nothing that Chad Gable, Seth freaking Rollins, or The Undertaker can do about it. And Abracaslam, he's going to get to the ring when he needs to get to the ring, and he's going to win that triple threat match. But if you're wondering what's next for me and Abra, we've been putting in some work on these. And Tony turns away, and Abracaslam waves his hands, and they both disappear for a second, but then they come back, and they both have matching coats, I guess you call them, little coats, that reveal the tag team name of Tony D'Angelo and Abracaslam. They are the Mystical Mafiosos.
Oh, damn.
And Tony says, the Mystical Mafiosos, we're going to take over WCW brick by brick. And there ain't no tricks about that. And then he's like, we're going to work on the catchphrase here. They don't have the catchphrase worked out yet. Abra, just get to the damn break, okay? And Abra looks at Tony D'Angelo and says, you got to say the magic words. He's like, Abracaslam. And then Abracaslam vanishes from the backstage into the ring, startling Flip the script of Brutus Creed. In fact, Brutus Creed passes out in shock because Abracaslam has appeared out of nowhere. And Flip, the script says, why are you in this ring with us? You were just backstage a moment ago. And Abracaslam's like, you're flat. He's like, I'm not. He's like, you're flat. I'm not. And Abracaslam, he can't handle the singing of Flip the Scripts. He plugs his ears. He's like, ah! And then he leaves the ring, and Brutus Creed still passed out from fear. And Flip the Script just says, okay. And gets on top of Brutus Creed of the Creed Brothers for the 1, 2, 3. Gets his first ever win on WCW. Him and Abracaslam go to level 3 because he finally found the weakness to a magician. And that's music? Damn, this was what I was worried about. All right, so Kalani Jordan comes out to the ring and says, hey, I know Dakota's been busy. She's been coaching me up. But as much as I love being a part of the Punishers, I still want to prove myself in the ring. I want to prove that I am the most athletic superstar on this roster. Male or female, I do not care. Nobody can do what I can do in this ring. But unfortunately for Kailani Jordan, the crowd, as much as they groan for the puns, they want her to tell the puns. It's that sometimes it's like we all have, you know, those social media accounts that you're like, oh my gosh, this person's so annoying, but then you're like, I gotta keep reading it though. It fuels something in me. That is what the Punishers are for a lot of the fans of WCW. So unfortunately for Kailani Jordan, she tries to sell everybody on her wrestling ability and not her ability to tell jokes, and she loses to popularity. Going to be frustrating for her, but hopefully she can grow from that moment. And in the main event, we've obviously learned Tony D'Angelo has defined himself as part of the mystical mafiosos, but he's had a lot of issues with The Undertaker. Chad Gable has been a very, very strong United States champion. Seth Rollins has had trouble winning matches, came up short. I was about to say bragging rights, and I'm like, no, it's just 2K made their game like bragging rights because they know how good CodyVerse is. But Seth Rollins is going to get an opportunity here to potentially be more mad, but it is going to be a TLC match for the United States Championship, and Chad Gable does it again. I don't know how this I mean, it is a match specialty, but Chad Gable finds a way. But in this match, Julius Creed and Brutus Creed of the Creed Brothers come out to the ring, although Brutus is still a little bit shaken from everything that happened during his match. So while they're coming out the ring, Julius is trying to fan him, wake him up, trying to get him going because Chad Gable's down, Seth Rollins is down, Tony D'Angelo's backing up, The Undertaker's intimidating Tony once again. And The Undertaker says, Tony, all you got to do is get around me, boy, and you can climb that ladder. And Tony's screaming for Abracaslam, but he doesn't appear. And we see on the camera that Abracaslam has been tied to a chair, his hat and wand taken away from him. He can't magically get away. Looks like The Undertaker was a step ahead, and so the Creed Brothers get into the ring. They wake up Chad, they splash water on him, they slap his face a little bit. And Chad Gable basically gets carried to the top of the ladder. And in a very dazed, confused state, he says, oh, thank you. Pulling down the United States Championship. 4.5 stars. Seth and Chad go to level 3. The Undertaker and Tony D'Angelo up to level 4 to close WCW. And then we head over AI Armando Alejandro Estrada. I think he's safe from injury this week, but we'll see.
Oh, I don't know.
Right, we can't guarantee anything. He's still in the lead. He's still cooking, but he's been getting a little risque in recent weeks. He's kicking it off with Alba Fire and Ivy Nile. And Ivy Nile gets win here. These two have been trade wins back and forth. A 3-star opener and a level 3 feud. And Andre Chase comes to the ring, reminding everybody that the tag titles and the ECW World Championship are both held up with injured superstars right now. So he goes around the ring trying to get people to sign a petition to vacate the championships, but only one person signs it. And then Isla Dawn and Lyra Valkyria. I believe they are already level 4. And Isla Dawn is going to get the win here. 2.5 stars. Maybe that fatigue setting in on the feud. We'll see if Armando books it next week to close it out or if he tries to extend the feud. Trick Williams, who is in a level 4 feud already for the 3rd straight week, tries calling out Karrion Kross. Who's injured. They're in the, he doesn't know what to do. Trick Williams just keeps coming to the ring, calling Karrion Kross fake prophet and being like, you got injured with the belts. Now there's no belts. But he doesn't understand that nobody can answer him because Karrion Kross is in a local medical facility. So, unfortunately, nothing happens there. But then the feud that we all care about on ECW, it's the LWO versus WAP.
WAP.
As Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro take on Razor and Ivar. And the LWO get a 2.5 star victory over WAP. That one might have also already been level 4. Or that one maybe just got stuck. And Maxine Dupree has been begging to be part of the next cross-branded PLE at Money in the Bank. And she's like, oh, man, I kind of like that whole, sign the petition idea. So she also has a petition. And ironically, the same guy that signed Andre Chase's signed hers as well. So she gets a fan. And then Shinsuke Nakamura wants to fight somebody else despite having 33 stamina.
Yeah, here's the injury.
What's going to happen? Shinsuke wins. And he's perfectly fine. 2.5 stars.
Okay.
For the challenger for Luke Gallows when he gets back in a month. And then Fallon Henley says, look, I just want to prove that I'm more liked than Maxine Dupree. And then 2 people start clapping and going crazy. And 2 guys in the front row just take off their shirts and start spinning around. Whee! And so she gets 2 fans. That's pretty cool. And in the main event, Coral Anderson taking on Eric, 1/2 of the War Raiders, 1/4 of WAP.
True.
Against 1/2 of the Good Brothers. And Eric wins the non-title match, trying to prove that Coral Anderson is not worthy of another opportunity. But I think Coral's going to get that shot. He's beaten him in the past. He might be able to beat him again. But tonight it's 3 stars for Eric getting the victory. Rivalry level 3.
I need a little clicky.
Bam.
So, let's settle things over on NXT. So, Matador is trying to pull a fast one on us. Yeah, he's got that cape out, that little red cloth, and he's just has it to the side, waving it. Dragon Lee says, you mess with the boy, you're going to get the horns. And so we're going to put him in a cage match. We're going to finish this once and for all. And for the last time, Dragon Lee.
Bang.
He says, you like dragons?
Damn it.
And he gently drapes that pillowcase filled with grapefruits he calls a sack over Matador, right over his face, as Matador lets the Adore hit him in the ass on the way out. Thanks for nothing on NXT.
Hell yeah.
And then, perfect. The rivalry grew. We don't care that the fans are booing. This is all we needed. The Adonis cuts the potential promo of the night, calling out Uso. The versus Yeet.
The Yeet.
Does it come to a culmination at the Go Home show? Or do all you losers have to wait till Money in the Bank find out shortly? Blair Davenport, Jade Cargill, put a finger in the air if you think you're going to win your match tonight. And Blair, she shoots hers up. Jade Cargill, though, has been on an absolute heater. She has been one of the best performing women in my stable. There's no reason to think otherwise. No!
Oh, wow.
The rivalry grows because Blair Davenport says, I'm number one. She holds her finger up, her little fingy. And Jade Cargill potentially takes, I think that's her first loss in the ring, or no, as a singles woman, that might be her first loss. So pretty big event. Blair Davenport has been on an absolute tear after the stumbles early on this season with the tag division with Chelsea Green. She is absolutely thriving right now, earning a potential title shot down the road. And then, come on now, Tiffy time.
Tiffy time.
As it's Tiffy time, NXT gets some more fans up in here. And she goes out with the mic and just drops it. Doesn't even have to say a damn thing. And 5,000 dudes just come over there and said, we love NXT.
Hell yeah.
Tiffy time. And what do we love at NXT? We love Axiom just beating the shit out of Triton. But, plot twist. Triton says, I'm tired of getting my ass kicked. It's time I go. It's time I go and learn how to fight in the squared circle. And he gets better in the ring. He is no longer a slouch. He is a respectable level 7 in the ring. And a little side business, Kit Wilson, he's feeling pretty deadly. As he says, I'm going to run in there, and I'm going to ruin Braun Breaker's night. I am going to break Breaker.
Ooh.
And hopefully he doesn't, though, because Braun Breaker is gassed. He is 32 stamina, and we are absolutely terrified. We did all of this for a GM card. For a gold spa day, and hopefully Braun does not need it. So here we go. Roll the tape.
Oh, what a truth.
Oh, Axiom!
Nice.
Oh my goodness. Braun Breaker comes away unscathed. Oh my goodness, that was huge. All right, and then Axiom. Man, I'm sorry. I was just nervous for Braun Breaker to get hurt. Not having to get hurt. So Axiom wins. Triton puts up a much better fight than he has been having. He went to work. He got schooled. He knows some more moves now. He is up and coming. So watch out. Triton is coming for bronze gold. And then Sol Ruka says, give me the mic, Tiffy. You ain't using it. She slaps Tiffy. Says, how do you guys like that, all you 5,000 new fans? And they're like, all right, we like that. Now you guys just need to get in the ring and show us something. And don't worry, they will. Because these ladies are going to get in the ring very, very soon. The rivalry grows. Level 2 ski. And Jimmy Uso, desperate to fight Uncle Howdy. And Uncle Howdy, look at Uncle Howdy just mocking him in that photo.
Yeah.
Like,
that's how he reacted when he got the news.
You want me to kick your ass again? And he's like, I guess I will. And Jimmy Uso, he's got his fist balled up like the Arthur meme where he's got that ball. He's like,
Damn it.
Didn't fly for 1 second. It's not my fault if you made a plane that can't fly. I told you not to touch it.
You're not gonna kick me ass again. No. And he stamps his foot like he's pouting. So that's what he looks like in his facial expression. He's like, I'm gonna hit you, Uncle Howdy. And then Uncle Howdy says, shut up, you piece of shit. No!
Ooh, damn it.
Jimmy Uso says, I'm not gonna take it anymore from anybody in this damn CodyVerse. I don't care what the comment section says. I'm feeling Usi. And he defeats that mean, nasty Uncle Howdy in level 2. So we'll see. We're going to see at this go-home show if Rowdy Uncle Howdy can come back and defeat Jimmy Uso. He's going to be so happy he finally won a match on his own. I didn't have to use a fixed match card. Good job to Jimmy. And then, oh no!
Damn it.
How are you going to have a promo skill of 5, a good promo on top of it, and not raise the roof on this rivalry?
Seriously. Should have went up 2 levels.
The Adonis had a weak promo and he still raised the rivalry. This is asinine. This does not compute. So Asuka did something to Io Sky and the fans liked it, but not enough that Io Sky was really threatened by it. So she's like, damn it, swing and a miss. And you know what isn't going to be a swing and a miss is the result of this match, because we have a tables match. And you can see beautiful Elton Prince right there. His picture is just glowing, the ambiance, because this is his specialty. The tables. Hopefully they are not about to be turned, because Eric Rowan's coming down to that ring and he's carrying that big old sledgehammer, that big old whammer. It's got help on it. And Elton Prince might need some help, because Eric Rowan is on an absolute mission. And that mission is to put Elton through the table.
Oh, mission failed.
Mission failed because Elton's like, no. This is my match. This is my match specialty. And Eric's like, really? He's like, yeah, let me see this table right here. He's like, yeah, they're looking at the table, checking it over, knocks on it, says, you're gonna need the knock on wood. And Eric's like, what? And then he picks him up, slams his ass through the table, splinters into Rowan's ass, and smiles onto Elton's face. Ooh. And he wins. In the finale of the show, the rivalry grows to a juicy level 3. And that is how NXT drifts into the Go Home show with a beautiful finale.
And over on to Raw. So last time Alexa Bliss and Tamina faced off 2 weeks ago, Tamina flattened Alexa Bliss and sent her a message. Raw isn't a reality show, but Alexa, she's out here still pushing America's next top advertising. Wee! Tamina says when she beats Alexa once and all for night, she has to stop this nonsense. But Alexa Bliss with a steal. She's not giving up on her show. Tamina had Alexa Bliss up for a Samoan drop, but Alexa Bliss slips out because she's a queen of slipping out of everything. Rolls her up 1, 2, 3. Tamina's pissed off, but the advertising show continues. Lash Legend calls out Jakara Jackson, and it works. And she says, I will see you at the Go Home show. Bring a friend, because me and Hail Mary, the women's tag team champions, are going to face Jakara Jackson and anyone she wants to bring. So bring your friends. This week, AJ Styles gets his in-ring debut with 91 stamina, but instead of a high-profile matchup, Nick Aldis has given him something different. It's Max Impact, baby, the crash test dummy who loves pain. So AJ Styles, he's whipping Max Impact his ass around the ring. Max loving every second of pain. AJ's getting more and more frustrated as the match goes on. What the hell has his new GM put him up against? Yeah, and just as expected, AJ Styles locks in the calf crusher, but Max Impact, he just keeps laughing and laughing and laughing. He loves the calf crusher. Suddenly, AJ Styles gets an idea and he starts tickling Max Impact's feet. And he's like, oh, Max laughter turns to screaming, and he immediately taps out. And the ref has to stop the match. AJ Styles stands tall, but he realizes this roster might have a trick or two up its sleeve. So we're backstage, and Todd Grisham, Todd freaking Grisham is interviewing Stax Lorenzo. He says, Stax, last week you came up short against Oba Femi, and Oma still has, well, your Stax. How do you plan to bounce back? Stax, clearly annoyed, says, bounce back? God, I've been bounced around all season. My money's gone, my title shot's gone, but somehow I'm still standing here in front of you. So yeah, I'd say, and then Omos steps into frame, the big man himself. He's carrying the duffel bag around his shoulder. He says, "You want this bag back? One more match. Next week, me and you. Winner takes the bag and loser, you walk into Nick Aldis' office after week 10 and demand a trade." And Stacks, he says deal. So after week 10, one of these boys is going to be gone off Raw. So this one, John Cena and Logan Paul, has been brewing since week 2 when Logan Paul mocked John Cena backstage. We haven't been able to pop this freaking feud since, but I'm making it work. So tonight, it's a tables match. But first, Logan Paul enters. He walks to the ring with a Prime bottle in one hand and a mic in the other, and he starts rapping, but you can tell it's going to be a horrible rap. And he says, "Yo, yo, yo, it's Logan P, and I'm here to stay. John Cena's getting old, so get out of my way. Your time is up. The future is mine. So go online and use code PRIME." The crowd's like, oh. But John Cena music hits, and he runs to the ring, jumps into the ring. He's shaking his head, and he goes, "Logan Paul, that rap was weak. Sounded like a promo code for Uber Eats. You want to be the future? You need a new plan, because I ain't passing nothing down to a crypto scam. You talk a lot of game, but your talent is fake. The only prime you know is that shit you make." And that crowd goes absolutely bonkers over that one. And this match goes immediately underway. And Logan Paul, he was crying at the absolutely getting bodied in the rap battle by John Cena. So he was crying to start off the match. And I think it kind of distracted John Cena enough for Logan Paul to set him up onto a table and frog splash him through it. Unfortunate, but Logan Paul dives out of the ring. He runs up the ramp like he just won WrestleMania. Eddie Thorpe, we come back from commercial break, and he's standing in the middle of the ring, confident, feeling good about last week's win over Brooks Jensen. He says, "Last week I dropped Brooks Jensen right in the middle of this ring, hoping maybe getting slammed around might knock some sense into him, but he's still walking around in the back. It's like nothing happened. So I'm going to see him next week, and we're going to settle this once and for all." And that goes up to level 3. So it will end next week, no matter what happens with Brooks Jensen. The Street Profits, they lost their titles in week 4, but Angelo Dawkins picked up a massive win at Clash of the Castle. And last week, Montez Ford beat Solo Sikoa clean. So now the tag teams collide in a non-title preview match tonight. So if we can get this one popping, we might see this one at the PLE. Not sure, but Montez and Solo are going to start this one off in the heat of their rivalry. But whenever Ford tags out, Solo also tags out. So that these two keep going back and forth until... Ooh, the Samoan werewolves. Montez kind of jumps up for the frog splash, but Solo rolls out, and Fatu pops up out of nowhere and super kicks Montez Ford mid-air. Dawkins, he's trying to make the save, but Fatu runs over as Solo makes the pin. And it's 1, 2, 3. Your Samoan werewolves win. We cut backstage, and we're in an empty loading dock, and the camera pans over to Brooks Jensen, and his shirt is half tucked, and he's got a wild look in his eye, and his hair and beard is messier and longer than usual. He goes, last week you hit me real good, Thorpe, right here." And he thumps his head. He goes, "But pain makes bones stronger, make fire burn hotter, make me. You think you smart? You think you got tribal tattoo, you cool? I don't need gym. I train in woods. I eat raw meat." He goes, "You knocked me out, and now I awake. You won't like awake." And Brooks walks off, dragging a steel pipe behind him like a club. So Brooks Jensen devolving. Exactly. Maybe related to Clubberella there.
Queen.
Yeah. It's Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens in the main event, and Angela. Of course, that sword in the squared circle still sitting ringside. Priest couldn't pull it. KO couldn't pull it. So Drew McIntyre has signed up anybody in the crowd to try to pull at Angela, and of course nobody can pull it but a guy in a Rey Mysterio mask. He's trying, but it goes nowhere. And Drew gives this guy in a Rey Mysterio mask a look, and he squints and he goes, "Nice try, Kev." And he grabs Kevin by the neck and he whips him into the ring. Goes, just you think you slap on a mask and suck in your wee gut? I wouldn't have clocked you. You're not worthy of Angela, so stop bloody trying. And Nick Aldis comes out and he says, you need to settle this one for all, once in for all, in the ring tonight about Angela. Of course, the feud can't end tonight. So ref comes down and this match is underway. And Drew McIntyre, the two go back and forth. But of course, Drew hits a massive claymore that nearly flips Kevin Owens inside out. 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre picks up a huge win, walks over to Angela, tries to pull it again, but ain't going nowhere. Somebody in the CodyVerse has got to be able to pull Angela out. But who's worthy?
And you got to make sure you're subscribed and dialed in, because you never know when Angela will be freed from the ground. For our rundown here on WCW side of things, triple threat action. Finn Balor gets the world title back around his waist in a 4-star tables match, beating Roman Reigns and Pat McAfee. Rivalry between Roman Reigns and Finn Balor up to level 4. Tag team action. Liv and Raquel non-title action are able to take down Chemical X. 3 stars on the match. Level 2 on the rivalry. Dakota Kai benefits from the anger that Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez have towards one another. Cora Jade runs in, costing Rox the match. 2 stars on the match. Level 3 on the rivalry between Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. Flipped a script. Sings his way out of trouble and takes advantage of Abracadabra Slam, causing Brutus Creed of the Creed Brothers to pass out from the magic tricks. 2 stars on the match. Flip and Abra go to level 3, and Flip gets his first ever victory. And then in the main event, Chad Gable continues his hot streak with the United States Championship, winning this 4-way TLC match. He and Seth Rollins go to level 3. Tony D'Angelo and The Undertaker sitting at level 4. Now, on the cost side of things, Tatum Paxley calls out Rhea Ripley for level 3, and DIY calls out the Creed Brothers for level 2. On NXT 2.0, on his way out a door, Matador falls to Dragon Lee, 2.5 stars. Dragon Lee closing that feud on top. Blair Davenport puts her finger to the sky and gets a huge win over Jade Cargill. 2 stars on the match, level 2 on the rivalry. Axiom keeps the hot streak going with a 3-star victory over Triton's Big Ass and Braun Breaker with a little Kit Wilson chaos to distract Braun during that match. Jimmy Uso Arthur's his way to a victory over Uncle Howdy. 2 stars on that match, level 2 on their rivalry. After the email got to level 1, instant level 2 there in the match. And then Elton Prince outsmarts Eric Rowan in a tables match. 3 stars on the match, 3 levels on the rivalry. Call side of things, Asuka's call out of Io Sky does not work, but Solruka's to Tiffany Stratton does, push that to level 2. And the Adonis pushes his feud with Jey Uso to level 4. For Raw, Alexa Bliss, a 2.5-star victory over Tamina God. 3 levels on that rivalry. AJ Styles, with the most diabolical submission move in history, makes Max Impact tap out. 1.5 stars on that match. 1.5 stars for Logan Paul and John Cena, who someday will have a rivalry. They have to. The Small Werewolves take down the Street Profits in non-title action. 1.5 stars on the match, but the rivalry officially begins on the tag side, and then Drew McIntyre takes down Kevin Owens. 3 stars in the main event. On the call side of things, Brooks Jensen and Eddie Thorpe, go to level 4 on the KFC Double Down. Omos and Stax now at level 4, and Last Legend Jakar Jackson now at level 4. So some good feud movement there for Raw. And finally on ECW, Ivy Nile, 3-star victory over Alba Fire, pushing their feud to level 3. This is confirmed. Stale feud here. Isla Dawn, 2.5 over Lyra. Stale feud here. LWO over WAP, 2.5 stars. Shinsuke survives his match with Baron Corbin, 2.5 stars. And then the main event rivalry now level 3. Eric over Coral in non-title action. 3-star match, level 3 rivalry. And then again, Trick wins for the 3rd straight week, has been a level 4 feud, trying to call out, but there's not 5 levels to rivalries.
True.
For the wrap-ups, WCW 105 rating score, we get 32,000 fans, $25,000. For ECW, it's going to be 97 on the score, 25,000 fans, $66,000. For NXT 2.0, a 96 rating score 34,000 fans, loss of $4,100. And then for Raw, an 88 rating score, 20,000 fans, and $49,000 there. 2-bit arena coming my way for the commissioner goal. Hell Spa heading over to Cheek for his commissioner goal. And a nice contract negotiation heading over to Raw for their commissioner goal. So going into the go-home show, Armando is in first. Cheek is 17,000 fans behind him. I am 16,000 behind Cheek. And then Canada is 29,000 behind me as we head to Fort Worth, Texas. And I get to start again. All right, so
let's go, baby.
This was the risk. Yeah, so we have a situation here.
Oh, boy.
Because I literally have $106,000. We obviously have a level 3 feud. Seth had, where's Seth at? I think, am I blind? I'm blind.
There he is.
There he is. So Seth has not won a match yet. He has been in multi-person matches. So I knew there was a risk putting him in that match last week. I didn't think it would be the email right away. I thought he'd get a week to fix it. So assuming he's about to ask for 100K, that could get dicey. At least I got to book Seth Rollins this time. We're going to talk to Undertaker first, though, because he says, "Hey, boss, I've been talking with a lot lately. We had this great idea. We should team up for a tag match. I think we make an awesome tag team.
Who the hell is that?
We could be the Undertaker. Can I convince to take a chance? Who would this be?
It's a mystery.
I genuinely... Who
the
is
hell?
the?
Accept it and find out, you
Who is
coward.
the? Wait.
The Demon?
Maybe the Demon.
I mean, that would actually be a sick team. I don't know who else could be. I'm saying yes.
It has to.
Yeah, it's got to be
nobody else.
Sure. Let's see how your team works out. Great. I'll let them know. Can't wait to make our tag team
You just called them
debut.
the whole time.
That's
Damn it,
crazy.
it tells you so you know who to book.
Yeah, no shit. That's true. I'm about to have him around too. Okay, so things aren't working out. Ready to start my contract, move on. The only thing you do convince me to say is 100K bonus. Otherwise, I'm walking out right now. What's it going to be? So, situation with Seth. Obviously, top draft pick for me again.
Yeah.
But if I pay him 100K, I literally have $6,000. I could do a low-key show, but I can't even book him this week. So I think we're gonna take the chance.
No.
I think I got to here. If he walks away, I get the contract back, and I can do other things to make it work. If he stays, we'll see if I can fix the morale. I could do a GM interference or a fixed match once he has stamina, but we're gonna tell him it's not in the plans, and he is gonna leave.
Damn.
So we're gonna get the contract
Good
back.
money, though.
Very, very tough loss there to lose Seth, but I think I had to take that chance there with where the financials were. So we do drop a level 3 feud with Chad Gable as well, and it is the Demon, Undertaker,
Okay,
and the Demon, 3 weeks. Which again, that's gonna be a dope team.
Hell yeah.
Okay, least popular bruiser in a match for sold out, in a match for limited stock.
Got
Damn
him.
it! No, I don't even.
Got his ass.
Damn it! Popular bruiser. Okay, made me forget what I was even about to look at. Okay, so least popular bruiser would be Grayson Waller. We can put him in a match. That's simple enough. Okay, so I gotta brainstorm here because I'm not gonna lie. My initial thought was gonna be a Chad Gable call out, and then if they get to level 4, that was gonna be my PLE match. But obviously, Rollins now gone. We've got money here. So I think we just start to kind of move things together here. I think I'm probably going to take this as an opportunity to buy the arena, but let's take a look at everything first. Oh, bad publicity is tempting to sit on as well since I have the funds. If the other cards were better, this would be tempting to pop a Sonya here, but I don't think the other ones are worth hitting this card yet. So I'm thinking bad publicity and the arena upgrade, but let's put the show together first and go from there. Okay, so Feud-wise, stuff that can end on this show. Both ladies' feuds are level 3. We've got Flip the Script and Abraca Slam is level 3. And then we have 2 level 4 feuds. I think we take Demon and Roman into the pay-per-view since Roman's at 39 stamina. So let's just put the feud enders on the card to start. And then actually Taker's pretty low stamina too, I just realized. So this is gonna be a tough decision. Maybe a fatal 4-way happens at Money in the Bank. Or this has to end in a cage later on. Because if he gets injured, I'm not going to be able to fulfill his promise. And then I'm going to storm out of here too. Okay, so let's go. They're good stamina-wise. Core and Roxanne are good stamina-wise. Roman and Finn is a hold. This Flip is technically at risk, but I would risk it for his biscuit without hesitation. So now it's about how do I want to funnel the remainder of the card here. So I could go. Gargano's not ready yet. So this would be all heels, but I could put it in the middle. This would take care of having Grayson Waller have a match. And all we can do, we can just work the curve around that. Then if I want to get the card, I would need a triple threat and a fatal 4-way. If I want to keep pushing that goal while I've got the bigger roster, which I think I do want to keep pushing. So I'm trying to think how I want to approach this. And I think we're going to go. I think we're going to go this for the women's title. The title is under the right person. I don't have to panic change it at the end. And then I might make this a triple threat. I've got an idea in my head here. Kalani getting involved. That takes care of the match rules one here. So we would need to do that one more time to get a random power card. Then tag team call out. We can have Chemical X call out Liv and Raquel. Takes care of that. Solo call out. Let's have Pat McAfee call out Brutus Creed of the Creed Brothers. Then we've got a weird smorgasbord of superstars remaining here. I am going to have Tony and Chad fight. I might put the title on the line. I'm thinking about it. I could also do Ciampa in here.
Tomato Champ?
3 specialists having a time. And then I think we go with a charity promo out of Finn. And then these 3 boys get rest. We have Raquel come out and have a training montage. Put this here. This is going to go here because we're going to do the call out after. I could also do just Chad Gable versus Ciampa and give Tony a little rest.
A lot of triple threats over at WCW.
Might toss the title on. So what I'm thinking here is obviously now Gable's not a feud. Ciampa has a level 1 singles feud with Austin Theory. If that gets replaced, I can pursue this. What is Ciampa's flip to? Bruiser. So we can make him a bruiser if we want. That doesn't change anything since Gable's a specialist. It'd be same dealio there, but put the belt on the line. If Chad Gable keeps successfully defending, awesome. If he loses the belt, I'm fine with Ciampa being Ciampa 2 belts.
Ciampa 2 belts.
And I think if I go here, knock out another tables match. Oh, Gauntlet's tempting.
Gauntlet.
Loses the extra stamina. I kind of want to since we haven't had one, but I'm still gonna go tables, I think.
Boo this man.
And we're gonna get concert hall. We're gonna get bad publicity.
He would.
And I think I'm gonna grab one of these other as well. False count anywhere, last man standing, or submission. I'm gonna go the submission and tornado tag. We're gonna grab that as well. Okay, yeah, I didn't lock in that. I was like, wait a second.
Wait a tick.
We did a match. We did our tag call. We did this whole. You know what? We're doing it.
Oh, buddy.
There it is.
Oh, buddy.
Looking at the staminas here, I don't think Liv or Roxanne are going to be at the pay-per-view. And Dakota and Cora, if they take the extra stamina hit, I feel okay. And as a refresher with this being our first gauntlet, winner is going to get popularity boost, 5 and 5 ring XP, but they're going to lose 10 more stamina than you normally would. So if that hits Roxanne or Liv, they're going to need a week off, but I don't think either of them would be at the pay-per-view anyway. So I feel good with that. And it's the specialty for Liv, so that locks in the curve. And I think with popularities here, even though this doesn't have a feud, these guys have the pop and a title match. So I feel good with that. We've done our commissioner goal to get limited stock.
Don't say
it. We're sending it in.
Oh,
yes.
No. All right. All right, let's go to Eric Rowan real quick. He's tired of getting his ass kicked. Is there anyone else? Please help. And let's see. You know what? I don't know. I'm not going to be able to do it, though, because is it going to give me a thing where I got like 2 weeks to get him another match or not? I don't know.
So this one, if back up for me, sorry. So basically his next match just has to not have Elton Prince in it. So if you didn't want to book him at all this week, like you could fulfill this promise in 5 weeks. It's just the next time he's in a match, Elton Prince can't be his opponent to fulfill the promise.
Well, we're going to have to upset the great Eric Rowan because we need to book him. Oh, man. It's been a really up and down season for me so far. Small decrease to his morale, but he stays with that yellow-faced morale, so we'll take that. And speaking of yellow-faced morale, but smiling, Jimmy Uso is very happy that he got the match against Uncle Rowdy Howdy. And let's see. I'm going to say he had a great match.
Aw.
And there we go.
Nice.
So, yeah. So Jimsters is happy. And then I look out into the crowds and just see the same people each week. We need to market our show more. Damn, yo.
Damn.
And then, let's see.
What is this? What is this?
This is a new one.
If I don't...
Oh, for advertising, probably.
Do like the marketing promo.
Yeah.
He's going to be upset with me.
Oh, no.
All right. Let's...
What's wrong with the same people each week? We look out into the CodyVerse and see the same people each week, and we're very happy with that.
Oh, so she's
But
smiling.
if we got
at
new
me.
people, I'm not mad either.
It just says,
No,
great, now
yeah.
I get to reach all sorts of people. Okay, so it doesn't guarantee or say I have to do it, but
It
we'll
might
get what's
be.
implied.
I would just check your journal as you go to book this week. There might be something to put there.
Okay. They love us, Xavier. Don't you think it's time to take the next step? And she puts her hand on Xavier's thigh.
Hey,
I'm
no.
talking, of course, about some better effects.
Oh,
Oh my gosh!
pyro and
Why are the ladies
man.
so demanding?
Damn. Also, I almost spit on my water. Damn you. I almost choked on my water.
Hey,
Did
yo.
not expect Tiffany Stratton's voice.
They love us.
You're right. Gosh.
That'd be costly,
I
Tiffy
don't think I
time.
can do both of these in the next couple
I know,
of
it's
Good
tough.
lord. Put me in a rock and a hard place.
Go! 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 Go!
I don't think I could do it. I'm not gonna get in on that. Cheaping out on us. Don't you want our show to be the best it can be? Alright. So EO Sky wants her next appearance to feature Tier 3
Whoa, holy
advertising.
Oh, you already have two, too.
Okay. That's a new way of. So Tiffany was saying you just got to get it within the next few weeks. EO, for her promises, you got to get it before I appear on a show again.
Okay.
So that's a little
Thing.
curveball to the.
Is there a
the
weekly one or
logistics.
no?
Sorry.
Luckily,
Was there a weekly thing on that or no?
No, hers just said next time she's
I
on the
thought-
show.
yeah,
But
yeah.
if he had said yes to Tiffy time, that one would have been because
2
she
weeks,
specified
yeah.
within the next few weeks.
Yeah. That's crazy.
all right. So letting the dust settle from that whole thing, I'm glad I didn't do the Tiffy time one because not only would it cost a lot of money, I would have had to get all the assets required to do all of this
Yeah,
stuff.
no
So
kidding.
That's nuts.
that would have put me over pretty bad. So anyways, first things first, commissioner goal. I'm probably not going to do it because this is a go-home show. I can't really afford one of the champions to be interfered with like that, not only for the match quality, but also the reward is not that great. A pre-match physio is cool, but doesn't push the needle for me at a time like this. So, nothing doing here, so I just got to be careful with this EO Sky thing, because I could go ahead and do that now, but I don't really want to. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg, but it does get me the Iron Man and Underground match. So, something to think about. First things first, let's check the old power cards. Hellspa 1 is pretty meh. I know a guy is pretty meh. Injury Rehab is pretty not meh. I think I'm gonna do this because it saves me 2 weeks, so we're gonna go ahead. Yeah. And then we're gonna go ahead. We're just gonna start booking this show and see where we end up. So, Braun Breaker is dead. We're not gonna put him in anything. We're gonna try to limp his stamina back into something good. So without further ado, it's finally time for Uncle Howdy and
Aw.
Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy and Uncle to get into some scraps. I think, spoiler alert, I think we're going to watch the Adonis and Jey Uso at Money in the Bank. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, we're gonna get Sol Ruka into the ring this week, though, against
hell.
Tiffy Tang. Tiffy Tang. She is not gonna be happy that we don't have special effects packages for her, but I don't care.
Too bad.
That's too bad. And then we're gonna get Blair Davenport and Jade Cargill into a match. I do want to check though, because I did comment on this. Her roster's 2-2. So, okay, so you must have lost. Yeah, that was her first solo loss last week.
Yeah.
She lost a tag team, and then so that was her first L in the solo division. All right. Can Blair do it again, though? Can she run it back to back? And then it's time for Triton's big ass. Can he upset Axiom the moment we have all waited for? So we're not going to have the men's belts on the line. We don't have men's titles on the line, sadly. Do we have the female title on the line? Only... I can't really do it, though. I don't have the monies.
No monies.
I have no monies, dude. It's gonna upset her greatly, but she's smiling with teeth, so I feel like I could swallow that. Or I can throw Eric Rowe and Elton Prince in, and that buys me a little more time. So I think I'm actually gonna go that route. Eric Rowan, Elton Prince. That way EO can stay away.
Stay away.
From being in the show. But she is going to get called out by Asuka, though. And it's going to work this time. Damn it. And then... let's see. I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty of my final weeks. So I'm going to have Disco Bell.
Ooh, buddy.
Gotta do a little charity. You do some charity, girl.
Do a little dance.
Make a little love.
Get down
Alright. And then we need more charity because we need fans like no other. And then Io's the only lady left, so we can't do anything there because I don't want to upset her. Let's see. Who's just sick on the mic?
Who's got dope skills?
It's gotta be Jay.
Yeah, you don't want someone that's wiggity wiggity whack, that's for sure.
Damn it.
And then we're gonna have him do we need some money to come in for once, or at least to offset the cost of all of these charities. So we're gonna have him do that, and hopefully he doesn't tank and just drain pop. So we'll see how this goes. This should be interesting, to say the least. All right, so we have all of our stuff booked. We can't do any logistics at this time. I'm not going to do this week. So now the next thing's the next thing. There are no belts on the line for this show, so this is going to be very interesting.
Very interesting.
I think I want to leave... my level 3s as is. And then we just add some stippies and we just call it a day. So we're going to go back to the tables match. And then... ugh.
Oh.
Specialties. It's disgusting.
These peasants.
I do declare... oh. Man. Elton Prince is going to get hurt this week. That kind of stinks, but it is what it is. And if he's going to get hurt, damn it, we got to go all in. We got to do more. 24 thou. Yeah, let's put him in a TLC, and then Triton's big ass is gonna go through a table. That's gonna be a little stippy dippy.
When I dip, you dip, we dip.
You dip, we dip, all dip. Ooh, they got the TLC going on too. Okay.
Okay.
Is there anybody else?
Is Money in the Bank this week on NXT or? It's Jimmy time.
Oh my.
We're gonna throw in.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And.
Yep.
Kit Wilson.
Dragon. No, I'm just kidding. We're throwing in Dr. Punching Stone. Dr. Punching Stone. Chuck McWagon. This stash ain't big enough to to ride on. Hey, yo. All right, so we got Chuck McWagon. The Doctor is in the house. Rowdy Uncle Howdy. And Jimmy Uso is very frustrated. All right. All right, now we're beefing up. Now we're cooking with some peanut oil. I wish I had more monies for logistics. I wish I had some... actually... I feel like this is a little premature if I pop.
Nah.
Stop it.
You know, it's funny. You could have stolen Seth Rollins and saved him from free agency, and then Cody would have got all the money back. He would have been happy. He would have had an extra star. It's kind of crazy how things work.
That do be interesting.
Hell Spa.
Yeah, actually, I am going to use that on Brawny.
He deserves it,
My
honestly.
teeth after that.
Oh, no.
Damn.
Nah, he's a happy boy, though.
He's a happy boy.
He's a happy boy. Oh, look at that. Can't use that.
No injuries.
Hmm.
Who could use that? Triton's big ass.
Triton's big ass. Most of these guys are good for a while, though, so I'm going to hold off. And then... Oh, man. What's our...
Got bad timing.
I don't even think I could use this. Yeah, I can't even use it on EC Dub.
No. I mean...
Pointless to use it on Raw, because no offense, but you are in the last. So...
Yeah.
I don't think I want to use it right now. But it would be pretty bad timing, though. Just throw WCW in shambles. Alright. I'm gonna hold off on some things.
He's holding.
A lot of these are tempting.
I know.
But
I don't know when to pop that. I've been thinking about that. Me and you have that. We got like a
Yeah,
secret little
yeah.
castle raid club.
Just things that- Yeah, that's just... Cody wouldn't know that he had to plan for that. But anyways, all right. So I think I'm done. I think I'm done stammering around. I was just trying to see if I could... If there was anything else I could do to help this show. It just sucks to have a go-home show and no titles on the line, but it's just the way the rivalries and the stamina worked out this week. So, without further ado, we have a show.
We do have a show. Oh, shit. Okay, interesting. Over the weekend, Dawkins got into some trouble. I don't want to say what he did. We're going to give him a 2-week suspension.
See you later.
Damn, dude. That's okay, Dawkins. He won't be here tonight. That's fine. And then we won't see them. We won't be seeing the Street Profits at the PLE. So I'm gonna have to make a pivot there. It was just one option. It wasn't my main option. It wasn't what I was. But we won't be able to cut any call out promos or anything. So
Cope if I ever heard it.
We're fine here. Let's see what Baron Corbin has to say. We only have 133 grand, and we have AJ Styles to deal with. So I might have to turn away Baron Corbin. He's happy to ditch his contract. 69K, and he'll come work.
Damn.
No thanks.
Oh, damn. All right. Your loss.
I'm good. Yeah, my loss. 70K. Go hit up WCW or NXT 2.0, please. I don't need Baron Corbin's bald ass on my team.
Wow.
Nothing against bald people. No, nothing against them. But just Baron Corbin, don't need him. AJ Styles says his time with Raw comes to an end, and he wants to stay around for 93K. So what I'm gonna do? Don't worry, don't freak out, everyone. We're gonna tell AJ we're not renewing the contract. What?
I'm freaking out.
Yeah, don't freak out.
Oh.
We're not renewing your contract. Then we're immediately going to go over to the power cards. We're going to hit contract negotiation 1. We're going to throw it on AJ Styles. You're sticking around, buddy. I just wanted to make sure it used the 2 and not the 4 we just got. I don't know which one it was going to default to.
Interesting.
So we had to do that quickly. Okay, we have 133 grand. So we're going to have to hold off 1 extra week on that concert hall, although it is looking nice. Over here, the main event, I think only one thing can main event this week, and that's going to be Channing Stacks Lorenzo versus Omos. Money and your spot on the roster is on the line here in the main event at the Go Home Show. Big things are on the line. So, let me quickly check. Least popular available star for a match. We get rock bottom prices. The Rock. All match costs will be discounted by 50%. That's pretty sweet. I'm gonna try it. That's like $500,000 man card.
Yeah, and it's got the old. I think that's the old logo that it.
I think it is. Yeah.
Had too. So that's funny. They like repurposed it.
I like that. We're using talent scouts. We're calling people out. We got 2 to book this week at least, because we got to get something ready for the PLE, if you know what I'm talking about. We're gonna book a fatal 4-way match because we got a lot of lower guys here in the roster. We got the Caveman Brooks Jensen. We got Eddie Thorpe. We got the Red Flame and Javon Evans. And because this is the week before TLC, we will be having a TLC match. In the mid card, what do we got here? Lash Legend has told Jakara Jackson to bring a friend because they're facing off against Hail Mary. But guess what? Jakara Jackson, she don't got no friends.
Oh, damn.
So this is going to be a triple threat match. That's unfortunate. Might even be a de facto handicap match, if you will.
I hope she can find a friend someday.
Thank you for being a friend. Okay, so we can't do the Street Profits. Angelo Dawkins, I don't know. He requested 2 weeks off because he won the last TLC match. So he's like, I don't even want to go to TLC. I don't even want to go to Money in the Bank. Keep me out of that, please. So we're going to do Montez Ford versus Solo Sikoa. We're going to end this feud as a level 3. So I like that a lot. I like it a lot. And then I think we do have another level 4 feud here. We got a level 3 feud in Alexa Bliss Tamina. We can end that. But I think I'm going to hold on to that just for now because we got Nia Jax, we got Zelina Vega, and we got unfinished business for the world or the women's world title. So there we go. I think this one's going to open up because, yeah, we got stakes on the line in somebody leaving the show tonight. So we just got to book our promos real quick. I think we're going to do kind of call outs, get ourselves ready for the PLE. So we're going to do this. Damian Priest is going to call out AJ Styles. AJ Styles is going to call out Damian Priest. Because at this point, Cheek will not be able to take AJ Styles before Clash of the Castle, before Money in the Bank. Because it takes a week to kick in. So if he steals him at Money in the Bank, this match will happen. So that's confirmed happening. And AJ Styles is going to come at me for money week 11. The last thing we're going to do is role change Obafemi. So now I just want to look if I want to add any stippies. I think we're going to make this Extreme Rules with that being 24,000. Maybe I just take it off. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. I think the title belt, level 4 feud, and they have both decent ring XP. I think that's enough. This feels good here. This feels great here. I love this here.
Yeah.
And our main event. I could probably flip-flop the main event, but because there's no stakes in the game, they don't know this is their possible last week on Raw. But I'm just going to keep it the main event anyways, even if it screws up our curve. We have fun here on the CodyVerse.
Wow.
And I think I might use a fixed match on Jakara Jackson because she's demanding to win her next match. So yeah, we're going to do that. She'll win this match and figure out how she's going to win this de facto handicap match. We didn't book our least popular star for a match. Who is that? It's probably Max Impact, isn't it?
Hell yeah.
Max Impact is going to make his way into this match. Boom, there he is, baby.
Let's go.
No problem for Max Impact. Perfect. Okay. And I think this is good. We're going to lock this one in. Lock it in.
Send it in, Vern.
And we kick off with WCW. Chad Gable is walking into the arena. He's got a suitcase, got the United States Championship over his shoulder because he had been told that he and Seth are going to be fighting at Money in the Bank, and he is so excited to be on the PLE, be in front of the whole crowd. But as he walks in, Sonya Deville cuts him off and says, "Hey, so we need to talk." And you never want someone to say we need to talk. Luckily for Chad, you didn't have to wait until after work to get a phone call or anything like that. They got to have the conversation right away. But Sonya let Chad know that Seth Rollins has left WCW, demanded money, held up for money, and she couldn't pay it. And Chad Gable says, "Thank you for ridding us of that garbage." Seth freaking Rollins, more like Seth freaking Joke, got him.
No way.
Yeah, got his ass.
Damn.
And Chad Gable says, "All right, so who am I fighting at Money in the Bank?" And Sonny says, "Well, we kind of need to have, some a big feud going into that. So, fortunately, Chad, you're not going to be defending the title at Money in the Bank. But you are going to defend the title tonight against this guy." And Tommaso Ciampa smirking behind Sonya Deville. The success of DIY in the tag division has earned the respect of the general manager, and they are kicking off the show as I get my controller turned back on and hit simulate. And Chad Gable does it again. But he pulled the tights at the end of this one. Chad Gable runs off and he gets interviewed after the match. And he gets asked, why did you pull that to win? You've been such a great fighting champion. Chad Gable said, "I got thrown into this scenario. I did not deserve it, so I should be allowed to fight under Gable rules. And in fact, I think that's the way I should be defending the U.S. Championship from now on. So Tommaso Ciampa, if you want another rematch, it's under Gable's rules." And the interviewer says, "Well, what's Gable's rules?" And he says, "Shut up!" And he just storms off. So we don't know what Gable's rules are, but apparently that's how the belt's getting defended. Rivalry begins, 3.5 stars in the opener. Chemical X is seen backstage. They are watching on the TV montage of the Tatum Paxley Rhea Ripley feud, and they seem really intrigued by it, but then they realize there's a camera crew in there, and they say, "Look, Liv, Raquel, you've been great. Women's tag team wrestling has been fun to watch. You took down the Punishers, and you've defeated us twice. But we were close last time. You see, each time we step in the ring with you, we gain one more secret ingredient on how to conquer you once and for all. Your time as the women's tag team champions, the time's numbered. Count the seconds, appreciate the moments, because they're over soon." And then in a match that might get 1 star, it is Julius Creed and Brutus Creed of the Creed Brothers. They won a tune-up match before they got their next challenge with DIY. And A-Town Down Under, they feel smited a little bit. They feel a little bit frustrated because after they lost, remember, Julius Creed interfered in that match, that steel cage match at Clash of the Castle. They feel like they were robbed a little bit, and they haven't had a new chance, so they got something to prove against the Creed Brothers, and they prove just that. It is a 1-star match here, but Austin Theory, we fulfill the promise of, I forget if it was Theory or Waller that needed to be on the show. One of them did. We fulfill that promise. It's a bad match rating there, but A-Town Down Under may be exposing that the Creed Brothers aren't the prestigious challengers that they could be. And then Pat McAfee comes out to the ring. Let's go! And Pat McAfee says, it's mighty interesting, Brutus Creed of the Creed Brothers. It's mighty intriguing how you seem so distracted lately. You said I don't belong in a wrestling ring, but I was in a world title match. When were you in a world title? Oh, wait, the answer is never. Never. You've never been in a world title match, Brutus. I also noticed last week you fainted. You fainted in the ring. How many times has Pat McAfee fainted in the ring? 0 times. That's the answer. 0. And I also just happened to notice you and your brother Julius Creed of the Creed Brothers, you just lost a tag match 8-Town Down Under after all this hype that the Creed brothers are going to be the ones to take down DIY, and you just, all around, Brutus, you seem a little bit distracted. So I'm going to encourage you to get home, take a nice ice bath, get yourself rested up, because Pat McAfee is looking over your shoulder. And then it's Abra Kaslam versus Flip the Script. The rivalry comes to a close here tonight.
Oh, wow, dude. He's unstoppable.
Looks like show's over.
He's on a heater. And as Abra Kaslam and Flip the Script are fighting back and forth, Abra Kaslam goes to grab his magic wand, but it was snapped in half. He doesn't know who did it. And Abra Kaslam's turning around and he looks, and Flip says, I'm so sorry that your magic stick has taken a pick on the side of despair. And Abra Kaslam's like, stop singing. And he's like, what are you gonna do about it? There's nothing you can do about it. Do you want me to say the magic words? Do you want them to be heard? Abra Kaslam, Abra Kaslam, Abra Kaslam. And Abra Kaslam, the magic words don't work because his wand is broken. So Abra Kaslam loses all momentum in the match. And Flip the Script goes up top and hits the William Shakespeare for the 1-2-3, getting the victory and closing the rivalry with a majestic win. And then it is a training montage. Raquel Rodriguez knows that Liv Morgan has to step into the gauntlet later tonight, but she heard what Chemical X said, so she is training her agility. She wants to make sure she saved her partner Liv last week by putting her foot on the rope. She needs to make sure that she can be everywhere in every moment. And it's a pretty decent montage as she gains 5 ring XP in the process. And then Rhea Ripley and Tatum Paxley, they are having a singles match here to close out the rivalry. But during the match, Kaylani Jordan leaps into the action. She tried to cut a promo last week saying that I don't have to tell jokes every week to be a star. I'm a star in the ring. The promo didn't go well, so she decides to try to prove it in a match.
Ooh.
And she does just that. Rhea Ripley looked to have total control over the 2 younger stars, but Tatum Paxley just began to laugh and twirl her hair in the corner and continued to tell Rhea, why do you care? Why do you care? Let your cares go. Let yourself be free, Rhea. And it was too much of a distraction. Kalani Jordan realized it's a triple threat. There's no DQ. So she took a chair and paid homage to Rob Van Dam with a Van Terminator that dropped Rhea to the mat. She looked at Tatum Paxley, and Tatum Paxley just extended the arm, telling Kalani Jordan, get the pin. You've earned it. 1, 2, 3. And Tatum Paxley, before leaving the ring, looks at Rhea Ripley, smiled, laughed, blew her a kiss, and left as Rhea Ripley takes a loss and is beyond frustrated. Finn Balor comes to the ring and he says, some people refer to me as but tonight you can refer to me as the Demon. You see, I finally found the wrinkle. I finally found the crack, the chink in the armor of Roman Reigns. I found his failures of the past. I brought them to the present, and I've turned him into a failure for the foreseeable future. So at Money in the Bank, Roman, I'll be waiting for you with the World Championship, WCW's World Championship. And when those bright lights hit you, Roman, don't let that fear of failure take over. I know you need this belt. I know your family needs this belt, but this belongs to me and my hellscape. And then in the main event, it is a gauntlet match for the women's Championship. Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, Dakota Kai, and Liv Morgan. The match starts with Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. Those two going back and forth, clash for clash, waiting for the elimination when something surprising happens. They both are standing on the apron. Roxanne trying to hit pop rocks on Cora Jade like she did a few weeks back, putting her through a table, but Cora Jade is fighting back. They go back and forth, blow for blow. Cora Jade tries to get back into the ring and go up on the top rope. Roxanne Perez climbs to the top rope and hits a pop rocks from the top of the turnbuckle to the floor, but they take herself out in the process. So both Cora and Roxanne, the ref has no choice but to count them out. So both Dakota Kai and Liv Morgan come to the ring at the same time, and they clash back and forth. And when Dakota Kai threatens to tell Liv Morgan a dad joke, Liv Morgan realizes, I have championship gold already. I already have the tag belts. It's not worth it. She says, pin me. It's done. Dakota Kai gets the win, keeping her gold. 4.5 stars. The Roxanne Perez Cora Jade feud comes to a close. The Liv Morgan Dakota Kai feud, level 2. We'll take that on the go home. Then we go to ECW in this very random order. That is the exact same as last week. ECW going to second yet again. But Armando, it appears he is ending some feuds, gentlemen. But he's also got Trick Williams doing a call-out promo to Karrion Kross. So
For the 5th week in a row.
He's getting there. He's getting some of it figured out. But it's submission match palooza a little bit here tonight. So he clearly bought a logistic upgrade. The one that comes with submission and tornado tag. And then was like, well, I might as well book those since I got them now. So it kicks off with Akam taking on Andre Chase. Andre Chase has been trying to tell Akam to just let the tag titles be free. Let the tag titles be free. And in fact, Andre Chase is just lecturing Akam about it the whole night. And Akam actually taps out, not from any hold, but he taps out because he's just so sick and tired of listening to Andre Chase complain about the fact that Karrion Kross is injured. So it's 2.5 stars. Andre Chase wins the submission match, closing the feud. And Duke Hudson comes to the ring and says, well, can't fight for the tag belts, so I thought I'd talk to you guys. What's going on? How's everybody doing here tonight? Come on, airline food. What's up with that? And a couple people are really fired up about that, man. They throw the U's up. They're ready to go for Chase U. They want to see him get the tag belts, but they got to wait a little bit longer, too. Popularity there. Triple threat action. And we have a very pissed off Becky Lynch because she wasn't getting booked. Then she got booked a couple weeks. And then hasn't been getting booked. 52 popularity on Bex right now. It's been a tough scene for her. But now she's going to fight Fallon Henley and Maxine Dupree, who have been basically not promoing about each other, but promos each week. And Becky Lynch steps in and proves who the better fighter is here tonight. Fallon Henley and Maxine Dupree argue about who's better at cutting the same promo every week, which starts a feud between those two. But while that's going on, Becky Lynch able to lock Maxine Dupree and then disarm her, make her tap out for a 2-star victory. And Trick Williams says, hey, guys, what do you think of this idea I thought of? What if feuds could go to level 5? And nobody liked that idea, so the feud continues to just be level 4 because that's the most it can ever be. And then it's Coral Anderson and Eric. Non-title action here to close their feud when Shinsuke Nakamura, he's banged up, he's bandaged up, and he just limps down to the ring and goes, come on. Because he wants to fight. He misses Luke Gallows, so he puts himself in the match, and Coral Anderson gets the win. And Shinsuke Nakamura somehow stays alive. Yeah. 3 stars, closing the feud between Coral and Eric. We'll see what's next for them. We'll see how many more weeks Shinsuke can keep fighting before his legs give out. It's a charity promo for Alba Fire, and a very strong charity promo for Alba Fire as she points out that Armando's struggling to understand how the feud levels work, but at the end of the day, we really support the ECW fans, and we're so thankful to have you all. And they rally behind Alba Fire, 6750 on the fan count. And then it's another submission match here tonight. Lyra Valkyria and Isla Dawn, their feud finally coming to a close, and it is Bird Girl Lyra Valkyria getting a 3-star victory. So it also appears that we've talked about before, but the stale feuds, you can keep putting on matches, but it's going to decrease what they could do. To me, this was probably a 4-star match that likely gets held down to 3 due to that stale feud. So we'll see what happens in the main event. But before that, Ivy Nile comes out to the ring, and she just points out how proud she is of American-made on WCW Chad Gable, the U.S. champ. She believes that the Creed brothers are going to get the tag champs, and that even though she can't get gold in ECW, she is going to dominate. And some random guy in the crowd starts crowd starts clapping. I about said cloud starts clapping. It's tough talking. Talking's tough, but Ivy Nile did well enough to get a fan. And then in the main event, it's the LWO versus WAP. One final time, maybe. Tornado tag action to close the feud. And the LWO close the feud on top. 4 stars in the main event. And the rivalry is complete. Congratulations to the LWO.
The LWO complete their rivalry. But you know what isn't complete? Our appetite for Triton getting his ass whipped. And Axiom, he's got something to say. He knows his mask is cooler than Triton's crown. Triton is now, though, sneaky. He has jumped up to a level 8 ring XP, folks. He has came a long way on his wrestling journey. And now he declares, I am going to kick Axiom up and down this ring. And all you losers watching in the CodyVerse will bow the knee to my greatness. And he comes out, grabs Axiom by the mask, and Axiom says, get the hell off me, freak. And he takes Triton's crown, throws it into the stands.
Whoa. You can't do that.
Tosses it. Korza catches it.
Oh.
And
that's our king right there.
And then he just runs up against the ropes, drop kicks Triton's big ass. The whole arena shakes like a little earthquake. And Triton sits on top of his chest, looking around. 1, 2, 3. Triton, your king no longer. And all right, so we needed some money. So he said, Jay, go yeet on him. Get us some money coming in. So he says, I got you, boss. And he goes out, finds 11 grand. He gets us some much needed cash that helps basically pay largely for one of the charities we're cutting tonight. So we'll see if it pays off, because these ladies gotta hit on these charities, because we need the fans coming in. We gotta overtake ECW, and one way to overtake ECW is to put men with mustaches in a match.
Valid.
Chuck McWagon tips his cap to all the CodyVerse. Dr. Punching Stone clenches his fist and punches it into his other hand. It's clobbering time. Uncle Howdy says, well, I don't got a mustache, but I got a beard. And then Jimmy Uso says, damn it, that's what I was going to say, Uncle Howdy, you son of a bitch. Keeps being a little pouty boy. And he says, I'm going to beat all their asses. I'm going to beat Chuck McWagon's ass and Punching Stone's ass for having stupid facial hair. I'm going to beat Uncle Howdy's ass because he's mean to me. He runs out to the ring. I told you. I ain't going to tell you again. Rivalries are growing all over the place. Much like Jimmy's disdain for Uncle Howdy. And we love it. These rivalries continue. We just continue to water them. They're gonna pay off sometime soon. I won't tell you when. And then Asuka says, I know a thing or two about a good rivalry. I messed up last week. I tried to speak in a language that Io Sky just couldn't understand. But here's a language she might understand. She spits Green mist right in her face, right in her eyes. Can't see a damn thing. But the only thing she saw was nothing but rage because the rivalry grows to a juicy level 2. Beautiful job on the call out. Asuka finally makes amends for a poor call out last week. And then it's Tiffy time. Tiffany Stratton, Sol Ruka, who is the true bombshell blonde of the NXT brand. Sol Ruka came a long way with her at Ring XP. Tiffany Stratton, a more established star, but she had her chance at the title. She lost it, but can she reclimb the ladder? It starts here tonight, folks. Can she overtake Sol? No! De La Soul, the Soul Snatcher, finishes off Tiffany Stratton. The rivalry grows to a big level 3. Sol Ruka has her eyes set on bigger things than Tiffany Stratton, though. And Disco Bell says, I don't care about anything that's happening right now. I just want to have a disco boogie. And she comes out to the middle of the ring. The disco ball drops down, and the whole crowd just starts getting funky for a few minutes. And 5,000 people say we're down for that. Beautiful charity by the Disco Bell. And one thing that for sure won't be happening in this ring right now is any charity given, because there's no love lost between Blair Davenport and Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill is absolutely furious that Blair Davenport gave her her first solo loss. This giant woman is about to demolish Blair Davenport. She is coming with a hell-like fury. No!
Damn, she points to the sky.
She points to the sky.
Her stock going up.
Her stock is going up, literally going up. She takes down the giant Jade Cargill yet again. I think we're getting closer and closer to eventually just giving Blair Davenport a shot, because she is, ever since she ditched Chelsea Green, literally holding her back, she has done nothing but get dubs. So her stock literally rising right before our eyes, right before your beautiful eyes, Canada.
Hey, so
And then in a charity that does anything but backfire, Cindy comes out and says, I may look like a clown, but these promos will do anything but make you laugh. You thought Disco Bell was having some fun. We're going to have some fun right here. And she pulls out the balloons and she starts making little balloon animals. And one of those balloon animals looks just like the mask that Eric Rowan wears. That little bunny.
uh-uh.
And this little bunny is hopping down the old bunny trail. Because he is on a mission tonight to take down that smirk of Elton Prince. That piece of shit, always winning matches, looking pretty. He hates it. And now, it's not just a ladder match anymore. It's not Elton Prince's specialty. This is a TLC match. This is a little more up Eric Rowan's alley. And he knows Elton Prince is tired. He's got that low stamina. I don't think he's going to have the strength to overcome what Eric Rowan is coming with tonight. And there it is.
Oh no.
Only 2 weeks, though.
Only 2 weeks, and one of those weeks will be the PLE. Eric Rowan demolishes Elton Prince once and for all. He finally wipes that smirk off of Elton's face, and he stares over. He says, looks like you need the help after all. And Elton Prince just gets carried off in a little gurney.
No.
Eric Rowan, though, hopped down the old bunny trail, gets a big bunny W. And that is the Go Home Show for NXT 2.0. Put the money in the bank right now.
Yeah, put it right in that bank and then let Raw climb up and grab it.
Something to grab.
Hey, yo. Well, speaking of grabbing, we got Nia Jax and Lena Vega for the Women's World title. Now, week 7, 2 weeks ago, Nia had her hands on Zelina back on the Women's Championship, but she went too far. It's our first kind of retcon of the year. We had Zelina pinning Nia Jax, but in the after show, we learned that Nia Jax actually got DQ'd. So she was pummeling Zelina, and the ref counted to 5. She didn't give up, and the ref had no choice but to disqualify her. So to prove herself, she needs to not get disqualified here tonight. So the match begins, and every time Zelina looks finished, she finds a way to slip out. She's been slipping out of everything that Nia Jax can throw at her. Nia keeps the pace more vicious, more calculated, and eventually power slams, splashes, and a running hip attack in the corner that folds Zelina in half. And Zelina comes out on top. Nia Jax has Zelina set up for a top rope power bomb, but Zelina flips over midair and throws a desperate code red. So kind of flips onto her back and then flips her over, and Nia Jax come down off that top rope is that's gonna shake up the ring for sure.
Bro.
Kevin Owens comes out and he walks right up to Angela and he goes and he spits right on Angela, and of course Drew McIntyre comes running out screaming at him, but of course Kevin Owens, the coward, he runs into the fans and he gets out of there fast. Of course, Montez Ford, of course, Dawkins not around tonight. He wanted 2 weeks off. So we need a triple threat match here tonight. Montez Ford entering first, all the adrenaline pumping, his eyes locked, and then Solo comes out walking behind Jacob Fatu. Fatu just there to be a kind of a mean presence, and then all of a sudden the lights flicker, and of course it comes out Max Impact. He's smiling like a lunatic. He's high-fiving fans, and he's wearing a neck brace. He rips it off before he slides into the ring, and he before the match actually begins, he takes off his own head and headbutts himself. Yeah, that's the kind of action Max Impacts brings to the ring.
My
There's
God.
no way, dude.
Let's freaking go.
So, I mean, the two boys, they just had no choice. They just kind of let Max Impact. Every time Max Impact tried to get involved, they just both push him away. Maybe a Samoan spike or two. Get out of here. But Max, he pops right back up. He loves it. So after they kind of throw him out, they both throw him out of the ring. They work together to get Max Impact out. Of course, then Solo immediately turns on Montez Ford. Samoan spike. Max Impact rolls back into the ring, and Schoolboys Solo Sikoa and Max Impact is your damn winner, man. Wow.
Big time.
Hell yeah, dude. But the lights drop and a purple spotlight hits the stage, and it's Damian Priest. He's dragging that Raw World Heavyweight title behind him, and he kind of heads to the ring. He picks up a mic and he looks right into the camera and he says, I've been hearing a lot of noise lately. People saying AJ Styles is coming for my crown with his soccer mom haircut. So why wait for Money in the Bank? Let's do it tonight, Styles. Come out here right now, look me in the eyes, and tell me you're ready to take this from me tonight. Crowd waits and nothing happens, just absolute silence. And of course, Lash Legend, she told Jakara Jackson, bring your friends, because we are having a tag team match tonight. But Jakara Jackson doesn't have any friends. So this is a kind of de facto 2-on-1 handicap match. I mean, of course, Tamina abandoned her. La Congricha Loca left Raw. There's literally no one left for Jakara. So as soon as the bell rings, it's an onslaught destruction 2-on-1. Obviously, Lash Legend, both Hail Mary and Lash Legend just landing blows. And then Lash Legend lands her legendary bomb, goes for the pin, but Hail Mary breaks it up. She just wants to keep punishing Jakara. And then Lash says, hey, let's go. Stop this. We could just end this and win right here. It's over. Hail Mary ignores her, hitting hailstorm after hailstorm to Jakara Jackson. And then out of nowhere, Lash Legend bicycle kicks Hail Mary right in the face. And as Hail Mary lays lifeless on the ground, Lash Legend drags Jakara Jackson over, puts her body on there. 1, 2, 3. Lash Legend leaves. A broken team, possibly new beginnings. Who knows? Obafemi, man, like, he's still menacing. He's still scary. He's still a bad man. But this man is undefeated. You just can't boo an undefeated monster like this. So the crowd is just getting behind Oba. Oh, buddy. And then this one, we got Brooks Jensen, Eddie Thorpe, Red Flame, Javon Evans, because Money in the Bank is next week. Nick Aldis wants to test the waters. This is a TLC match. One briefcase hangs high, and inside, it's not a title shot. It's not Cole's cash, but it's just a little power rankings boost that could launch somebody right into a title contention, because Obafemi, he's got no challengers. So let's not forget any storylines here. Javon Evans, Red Flame. It's been Firestorms versus Speed. Brooks Jensen, Eddie Thorpe. His personalities clash. And we got a Caveman versus a fake Bloodline member here. But all four of them want that briefcase.
Please. Damn it.
Ah, man. But it's Brooks Jensen with the crowd chanting, ooh, ga, ooh, ga, ooh, ga. Brooks Jensen shrugs off chair shots from Javon Evans, bites Eddie right in the neck, and then headbutts the Red Flame off a ladder. And he reaches up and he grabs that briefcase pretty easily. But he might not understand what a briefcase is. The camera cuts backstage to Damian Priest walking through the backstage after his promo. And he got that Raw World title over his waist. He turns the corner and bam, AJ Styles blasts him from behind, and Priest crashes into a metal storage case. The title hits the floor and AJ doesn't say a word. He just starts throwing lefts and rights like he's been waiting all night for this. Priest tries to fight back, but AJ low blows him, a snow blow, if you will, and Priest drops to his knees, gasping for breath. And AJ grabs the title off the ground, lifting over Priest's body, standing tall as security rushes in a little too late. And the crowd boos as AJ holds the title up one last time before throwing it back onto Priest. And in the main event, hey, man, this all started with Stacks, his money. And you don't take money from the family. Omos, he walked out with that duffel bag, and he never gave it back. And he's kind of made a final offer here. He said, you want the bag? Beat me tonight. But if you lose, you got to go to Nick Aldis after Raw and demand a trade off the brand. And Stacks, he agreed. So this one starts off, and Omos is shrugging off early offense and swats Stacks across the ring. Stacks tries to chop the legs of Omos, but Omos, he just keeps powering through. And at one point, Stacks scrambles out of the ring, grabs the bag, and almost leaves. But the ref reminds him, that's not the way to get the bag. You're going to lose, and you're going to have to leave Raw. So he gets back into the ring, and oh, man. Stacks, he's tried everything, but Omos catches him. Choke bomb right into the mat. 1, 2, 3. And he doesn't even look at Stacks as he just leaves, grabs the bag, and walks out, just as he's been doing week after week. Stacks is broken, heartbroken, if you will. And next week, he's going to walk into Nick Aldis' office and have to demand a trade.
Oh.
Damn, heavy intensity there on the go-home shows for our rundowns here on WCW. Chad Gable successfully defending the United States Championship over Tommaso Ciampa in a 3.5-star match. Rivalry beginning there. Tag team action 1 star as A-Town Down Under take down the Creed Brothers. Flip the Script does just that, winning his second straight match, closing his feud with a victory over Abraka Slam. 2 stars there. Kalani Jordan crashes the party and gets a pinfall on Rhea Ripley in the triple threat match involving Tatum Paxley. Paxley and Rhea have their feud come to a close. And then in the main event, Dakota Kai successfully defending her women's championship in a 4.5-star gauntlet match. Her rivalry with Liv Morgan up to level 2. Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez have their rivalry come to a close. On the call side of things, Chemical X calls out Liv and Raquel for level 3. Pat McAfee calls out Brutus Creed of the Creed Brothers for level 2. On NXT 2.0, Axiom closes this feud the way he started it by kicking Triton's ass. Puts him through a table in this one. 3 stars on the match. Rivalry comes to a close. Jimmy Uso continues his new winning streak with a 1.5-star victory. He and Uncle Howdy go to level 3. Dr. Punching Stone and Chuck McWagon go to level 2 in that fatal 4-way. Soul Ruka takes down Tiffany Stratton, 2 stars in that match. The Soul Snatcher to get the victory and the rivalry up to level 3. Blair Davenport continues to really impress the brass and try to climb her way up the card. Another victory over Jade Cargill here, 2 stars on the match, level 3 on the rivalry. And in the main event, Eric Rowan injures Elton Prince in the TLC match, 3.5 stars on the match. Rivalry comes to close. Elton Prince injured for 2 weeks, which I will say, glad that there are injuries that can also be short. I know there's longer ones this year, but the only 2 we've seen were 8 weeks, and I was like, oh God. So not that we're trying to get people hurt, but it's good to know that not every time you're going to get absolutely just pilfered in that moment. Yeah. And then on the call side of things, Asuka calls out Io Sky. Successful call out this week, pushing that to level 2 on Raw. Zelina Vega closes her feud with Nia Jax with a 4-star victory and keeping the women's championship around her waist. Max Impact crashes the party, steals the win in the triple threat. Soul Sikoa and Montez Ford have their rivalry come to a close. 2.5 stars on the match. Jakara Jackson, after Lash Legend lost her cool on Hail Mary, gets the victory here. 1.5 stars. Jakara Jackson, Lash Legend have their feud come to a close. 3.5 stars in the TLC match as Brooks Jensen tries to learn what a briefcase is here. Both respective rivalries come to a close between Brooks Jensen and Eddie Thorpe, as well as the Red Flame and Javon Evans. In the main event, Omos takes down Staggs. Sounds like Staggs is going to have to demand his way out the door. 3 stars on that match. Omos closing the feud victorious. On the call side of things, the double down for Damian Priest and AJ Styles is successful. They will be level 3. And the Kevin Owens call out of Drew McIntyre, also successful, level 3 there. And finally for ECW, 2.5 stars in the submission match. Andre Chase lectures Akam into submission, closing their feud. Becky Lynch, a 2-star victory in the triple threat. Fallon Henley and Maxine Dupree started rivalry in the process. Coral Anderson closes his feud with a non-title victory over TV champ Eric and Shinsuke Nakamura, who was also hanging out, trying not to get injured, and he was successful at doing that. 3 stars in the submission match as Lyra Valkyria closes her feud with a victory over Isla Dawn, and then the LWO takes down Whop in a 4-star tornado tag, closing out that tag feud, and Trick Williams continues to talk to Thin Air. For WCW, we're going to get a 99 rating score, 57,000 fans, $16,000. For ECW, they're going to get a 103 rating score, 64,000 fans. They lose $32,000. For NXT 2.0, it's going to be a 95 rating score, 58,000 fans, $20,000. And then for Raw, a 94 rating score, 48,000 fans.
There it is.
And $26,000. Limited stock, I had to pause for a second, goes to WCW for our commissioner goal. We get injury rehab 3 for the complete arc, which I think that's the match rules one. Maybe. I don't know, but we get an injury rehab 3. We'll take that. Injury rehab 3, Cheek will also take that for the same. So Cheek and I completed the same goal this week, complete arc, whatever that was.
I think it was complete 5 rivalries, maybe.
Ooh, you're right. That definitely is what it was. So Cheek and I both closed that this show for injury rehab 3. Canada, for his commissioner goal, is going to grab rock bottom prices.
Like that.
And for complete arc. So we all had the same one. We all finished it up this week. So we get those injury rehabs locked and loaded. And there are the standings. So ECW with a 22,000 fan lead over Cheek. I am 18,000 fans behind Cheek. And then Canada is 48,000 fans behind me as we go to Money in the Bank. And I don't close an episode. Let's go.
Oh, wow. Okay, hold on.
Hell yeah.
Red Flame. Okay, Hail Mary says her contract's up at the end of this week. You know what? I think it's time for Hail Mary to She just got blindsided, backstabbed. So we might be seeing her in the future. Actually, let's go ahead and offer her 6'5" and see if she takes it. Okay, she can stick around. For 6'5", she can stick around. Same I got the same idea for Red Flame, except he wants 30K. Let's see what his low ball is. 21. He's mad already. I think I won't be renewing Red Flames.
Oh.
Yeah,
No.
no. You know what? Well, we got there's other jobbers just begging for jobs on the CodyVerse. So thanks for your work, Red. Big Red. Gonna be his final week. Here we go. Let's see what Zelina wants. Oh, she wants effects packaging.
Get his ass. Let's go.
So the talent can take the next step. It's time for me to shine. I'm gonna say I don't know which one we have. Which one would we get? I think we got pyro effects, didn't we? Or did we get the fog? We might have gotten the fog. We all got the same one to get the steel cage.
I'm assuming whatever it's telling you is just one more level, but I don't know what level you're on.
She's happy, so I'm just gonna tell her no because I don't want that yet. Cheaping out on us? Hey, welcome to Raw, baby. All right, we have a few influencers looking to help out, and I think we are going to pay them 25K.
Dang.
We're gonna get some influencers to bring in some fans because we need them. There we go.
All right, so there it is. I, for the first time, don't have to give my parting thoughts first because the random was actually random. That was pretty cool. So Canada, you've seen your emails as you go into Money in the Bank. What are your thoughts and what teasers do you want to give the people?
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait for Money in the Bank, another PLE watching, spectating event. Hopefully we get all 5 matches this time. No run-ins that are going to ruin our spectating good times. Yes, we are 48,000 behind third place. We are 48,000 in last place, but it's all part of the plan. Okay, even if it's not, I'm still not too worried. I'm still figuring things out. That's why we said goodbye to Red Flame. I can't pass up another at least 5 weeks of Hail Mary for $6,000. So we kept that. I think it's time that Raw dives into the free agency and we get a little better roster cooking up here because I think that's the only thing keeping us back. We've got a lot of level 5 ring experience. We are going to be bringing it up throughout the season, but we need more firepower on Raw. So stay tuned because everybody loves a good free agent signing.
That is very true. Free agents are always impactful. Cheek, I'm going to go to you here. NXT 2.0, the charity promos have been clutch. You've been able to balance the finances well enough during that, taking advantage of the women's promos boosts, but you've got some, you have some feuds closed. You've already given the teaser for what match is going to be on 2.0 for the Money in the Bank show. Anything else you want to offer the fans?
What I'd like to offer the fans is the potential Triton at Money in the Bank.
Ooh.
I don't know. We know Braun Breaker's a little low on stamina. We know Jey Uso's going to be busy in his own match, so someone's got to fight. I'm just saying. But no, I mean, just like Canada said, we love a good free agent signing. We also love a good steal
we do.
signing. So I don't know. Is it time to pop the card? We don't know yet, but I am happy with the way I was able to navigate the last couple weeks. The last couple weeks were pretty bad shows for us overall, but thanks, a blessing was given to us with the shake-up card for the ladies to get me extra promos, so I've been able to get fans that way to kind of balance out my lackluster shows. And, the go-home show, I didn't have a ton of rivalries blow off, but I think just the timing of things, how it's going to be this year, some go-home shows, I might have 3, 4, or even 5 rivalries come to an end, and it be a dynamite show, and other go-home shows, I might only have a couple rivalries that end. So it's just going to fluctuate, but I just got to ride with it, maintain my stamina, and eventually, I'm in a good spot right now. So far it's going okay, but we still have a lot of big moves to make in the future.
And on my side for WCW, feel okay. The Seth Rollins departure was definitely a big blow there. That was potentially going to be the PLE match or one of the go-home matches. So losing him was tough, but I felt like it was the right decision to just, decline the 100K. That would have put me down to like 6,500. It would have been tough to kind of function around it. So he took the risk. He did leave. Absolute bummer, but I think we pivoted pretty well. On the go-home show, I chased a power card, which led to me booking a heel versus heel tag match that I didn't expect to do well, but it brought my rating score way down. So I had a great main event, 4.5 stars. I had a really strong opener, but we had a 1-star match and a 2-star match in the middle, and my rating score is pretty low there. So something, to be mindful of is I'm always willing to burn a match for the curve, but maybe on the go-home show, that scenario, I need to, come up with another decision in that moment. But we live and learn on that. I feel pretty good overall. We were able to make a couple logistic upgrades with the Seth Rollins departure. We were also able to get a bad publicity card, which Lord knows when that's going to get used, but a good card to always have in the pocket. So I'm excited for the PLE. I'm thinking, probably Roman and Finn is going to be there. I thought about maybe even sprinkling in Tony and Undertaker to make like a 4-way match, but I don't think Undertaker is going to have the stamina. I don't think I'm going to want to risk an injury there. So the other thing I got to figure out is who represents me in the men's and women's matches respectively, because the last PLE I went 0 I didn't get a card. You both respectively got one. So I need to get at least one card. And again, the next one's Money in the Bank. And this is one of the pay-per-views we do know offhand right away. It's $100,000. You just get a card where you exchange a card and $100,000 is added to your bankroll, which would be massive for any of us. It gets ridiculous if one of us somehow wins both of those matches, because you can just populate 100K back-to-back weeks or save it for when you're in a pinch. It's going to be nuts. We're going to be spectating. And, yeah, like Candace said, hopefully I don't get enticed by a power card again, but you never know what Triple H is going to ask for. So stay tuned out. And next one, we'll be spectating the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. We will be having our cross-branded matches as well as whatever selected match we decide to bring to the table. But until then, you got plenty of great content to watch on this channel. Get yourself dialed in, get yourself locked in. Subscribe if you haven't. And for those of you that have already made the decision, again, thank y'all for 3,000 subs. Hopefully we keep growing this thing. And until Money in the Bank, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Toodles.